we spun the wheel, and we landed on Sonic Gamebook Origins to start today's stream. This is pretty cool to run into. This, let me just read its description. A brand new old adventure. Relive the classic adventure gamebook Sonic vs. Sonic. Now in full digital glory. Everything is recorded by the game. No more pencil and paper. Enjoy the adventure without lifting a finger. Progress saves automatically, so come back and resume your game as you please. Never get lost again with the included cheat sheet. A detailed guide to every section of the game. Toggle a variety of features to customize your experience, and Foil Robotnik's diabolical traps. Features authentic Sega Genesis music to suit the mood of each location. If you're not aware of what this is, let me bring you back a bit. Back in the 90s especially, was the heyday of Choose Your Own Adventure books. The Choose Your Own Adventure series was itself very huge. I feel like there was like 200 or so books of those, and they were very simple in concept. You open them, you started reading them, they gave you a choice, and then depending on what you pick, you turn to a certain page. It's almost like kind of similar to a D&D campaign where you're going through an adventure and make the choices, and you turn to the page, and if you made the wrong choice, you might hit a game over, or it might tell you, and then turn back to the start, or turn back to this page and try something else. And they were a lot of fun. They were actually quite engaging. Basically, kind of like, I guess, to put it in a modern era context for those that didn't grow up with this, it's kind of like playing a visual novel that has, different choices of paths in the game. Kind of like playing a visual novel, except you're actually reading a freaking book. An actual book. But in that time, in addition to Choose Your Own Adventure, there was a bunch of other adventure-type books made. And there was a series for both Sonic and Mario. And the Sonic ones were indeed game books. And what that meant was they weren't just Choose Your Own Adventure books. They also had, stat sheets that you kept track of. Very simple, kind of like D&D, but very, very simple. But you would actually keep track of things like, you might turn to the page and do an event, and that earned you 5 rings. Now make sure to write down you have 5 rings, because later on you might get hit by something, but if you have the rings, you don't have to turn to the game over page. You can keep going. Stuff like that. And there's stats and stuff. So this is absolutely awesome in my opinion. I never really played the Sonic or Mario game books. I did check out some Choose Your Own Adventure books back in the day. Loved them. But this Sonic vs. Sonic, which I believe is the very first Sonic game book, I think there was 5 of them. Somebody took that and digitized it into something that keeps track of all the stats for you and stuff. This is just really neat, in my opinion. I really like this project, at least in concept. In execution, probably like it too. We'll see. We will see, because we're going to go through this. I'm not going to 100% this, or go through every page. We're just going to try to get to the ending if possible. But let's check this out. Of course, before we begin, if you like the video, do think about giving a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can think about doing that as well. But if you really want to help out, think about coming over to Twitch. We're trying to reach a partner, but of course need more viewers to do it. So if you want to come by, whether to lurk or talk, think about doing so, because it does help immensely, and we'd honestly love to have you. We also have a pretty cool Discord community if you want to check that out. I have a coffee link if you want to help directly monetize my content, and I have a merch store if you want to buy some cool merch. Links in the description, and you can check them out at your leisure. We also have here, at least for starters today, we have Sheikah and we have Sirio. Hello, you two. Hopefully, everything goes well for your attendance and voice abilities, because I know there's a few issues with VC stuff. But I think
let's hope.
Let's hope. So I'm curious right off the bat, because this is sort of I didn't directly engage this Sonic Gamebook stuff, but this is a very nostalgic thing for me all the same. Who here played /read Choose Your Own Adventure books, or maybe even played the Sonic vs. Sonic Gamebook? I'm curious if is anybody familiar with this book in particular?
I'm not this one, but
I'm not.
Choose Your Own Adventure books, definitely.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the Sonic books, but I had some Choose Your Own Adventure books as a kid. And I loved Choose Your Own Adventures and Text Adventures and all of those.
They're fun. They were very sad. They're nice reads, honestly. They were a little silly, sometimes a little hokey. Maybe not the best writing all the time, but they were still a lot of fun. There was, I recommend checking them out. Honestly, you can probably find them on archive.org and stuff these days. Probably PDFs you could read through. And again, I really like this interactive medium, though, because unlike if you digitize a normal book, you can just scroll and read through. But with Choose Your Own Adventure books, they typically are telling you turn to a later page and then turn back to this page. And that's a little hard to do if you're reading off a PDF or something. So having an interface like this game here where it does it for you, because it's an actual responsive interface that turns to the right page as you go through, this is really good. I hope we see more of these types of adventure books digitized into a medium where, you know, it's easier to... Of course, you could also do that with hyperlinks, technically, as well, but...
That reminds me...
Also, I figured I was wrong. In short, basically, my mic was like, I'm here and here.
You were having a double input issue.
Yeah, I fixed it now.
Restart your computer to clear up those things too. But thank you for fixing that.
You kind of did play something similar to a text Choose Your Own Adventure game on Playing by the Pound once when you had this
All World Chapter 1, which I still need to play Chapter 2 for.
Yeah.
Oh, that is it.
And Chapter 3 is coming in together. It's apparently getting closer to done. So I really need to play Chapter 2 at some point. Chapter 1 was a lot of fun. I'm really surprised how well that video did. Apparently people like me narrating things, especially if it involves, you know, vor. But people tuned in for that. Even though it was a play by the pen, I was still surprised because it was actually a pretty long adventure game that I played through. And a lot of reading, but people stayed tuned for it. People liked it. So apparently I do a good readings. Hopefully I do a good one today too.
Another thing you did was the Haunted House Choose Your Own Adventure from Forbic, where you had through the pictures with the descriptions on FA.
I was very proud of myself with that because I gamified it. I added some music and I set it up so that the images display full screen.
It was a good video.
It's actually just a bunch of like browser links you go between. You look at a little GIF and you read a little description and pick another GIF. It really was. It was a game being done on browser, but with the video I made, I kind of gamified it more, which was a lot of fun.
But it technically was some kind of version of the concept of with such digitalized game books.
For a second, my mind thought you said...
Which is why I like this so much, too. You could see that I
For a second, I thought you said the game is being on Bowser.
What? That's not even a sentence, Chica.
I don't know.
But, to focus a little bit here. So I'm reading the description, too. Sonic, the anti-Sonic before Shadow, that I definitely played it. Okay, so you did play this one. That's pretty cool. And some people played some Choose Your Own Adventure books. That's very cool. Yeah, there's others besides those three series. You know, Mario, Sonic Game Books, and Choose Your Own Adventure. There's a million others too, and other franchises and other independent franchises and stuff. Really cool. I just think they're nice, and it's nice to see them being digitized. What this game reminds me of is, you guys remember I think it was last year in Sage, I played. There was a back-end interface hosting all the Sonic McDonald's LCD games. Remember that?
Yeah.
This has the same energy of that, where somebody took a sort of obscure Sonic property and like digitized it to make it playable, much more easily playable. Same kind of vibe. But let me go through the options here so we get started. We have a million options, which I did not expect for a freaking digitized game book. So we have free play, allows you to go to any section you want at any time. Type a number to turn to section box and press enter to go to the section number. I guess I'll leave that enabled just in case we have like an error or a mistake so we can get back to it. Back button enables the back button. Clicking back takes you to the last page you visited.
So keeping your thumb on the last page when reading.
Exactly. Scrolling background, yeah, that seems fine. Get a little animation. You know, though some people watching the video will get bored if the video's too static. So let's have some dangling keys in the background, right? Mark visited sections. Buttons for sections already visited highlighted in yellow. Oh, that's very handy. I like that. Easter fights checked off. So, yeah, the game book actually has, like, mechanics. So here you see, to hit Sonic, enemies need the sum of their fighting score and the die roll to be greater than 12 instead of greater than 10. Right, you actually had a die you rolled in this. It's a very basic form, like, oh, no, do you have... Okay, check your stats, roll the die, add your stats to it. Oh, did you beat the enemy number? Good. Or you didn't? Oh, shit, you have to turn this page then. Like, yeah, that sort of thing. Speedrun timer.
I remember one of the game books I had a little dice with a random number printed on every corner of every page, so you could just open the page on a random corner to get a random dice number.
Oh, that's kind of clever, actually. I like that. Also, customize statistics if you want to cheat. Infinite lives and infinite rings. Yeah, this has a live system too, right? Gonna keep these off because obviously they'll make the game easier. Select for Sonic economic options. These aim to fix errors and improve frustrating sections. Yeah, that's the problem. These game books weren't always balanced, so sometimes you'd be like, you just run into a page that just asks you these like really like, oh, do you have like really ridiculous a really ridiculous setup? You don't? Well, okay, you lost. Like, so let's see. So this developer not only digitized the book, added a host of new options, but they also considered the game book itself, considered the frustrating sections in it, and then like made adjustments that you could turn off if you want the authentic experience. But okay, this is pretty fair. For Vincent from Venus, I say I don't remember this too well. Now, never played Sonic vs. Sonic, but I did watch Who Is This Get on YouTube. Wonderful channel, by the way. He went through, like, I think 3 of the Sonic game books. So I'm aware of this book somewhat. He went through a lot of them. But yeah, this is really cool. So very treasure. Like, these don't mean a lot to us without context, but I'm going to leave all these on. Wow, that's a lot of fixes.
Oh. Those are things.
Anyways, let's go ahead and just leave everything by default. Look, there's a Gamebook Select. So you know what that tells me. This guy isn't going to stop with just Sonic vs. Sonic. Maybe next stage we'll see another Gamebook added. He's got an interface here, so this will probably make it a lot easier for him, he, she, them, to work on this in the future. They have a Unity program here to make these game books digitized, right? So he only has one right now, but I wonder if he plans on doing all of them later. That's really cool. So anyways, if you're not sure if you see... Okay, no, actually, this is game book number 3 of the Sonic Hedgehog Adventures. Interesting that he started with the 3rd one. Doesn't really matter, though. I think they're all standalone adventures, so you can play them in any order.
What is happening with Tails?
He was digging. He was climbing out.
So is Sonic a prototype for Mecha Sonic or Metal Sonic?
It's kind of a weird, like, one of the Metal Sonics. Yeah, it's sort of a weird one, though. Really weird. So, Sonic vs. Sonic. What's wrong with Sonic? The Green Hill Zone is under attack from a new enemy. Reports come in of a fast-moving blue creature bashing everything in sight. Surely this can't be Sonic, or has Robotnik cooked up another monstrous plan to crack the Blue Wonder? It's up to you to find out. Use your speed, skill, and agility in this part story, part game adventure. But think fast and move quickly. Only the best can keep up with Sonic. Cover illustration by Keith Ward. Oh, it actually does a proper credit. That's very good.
Ooh.
But yeah, if you're not sure if you've seen this book before, now here's the cover to jog your memory. Yeah, so this one is a Super Mario Sunshine level of Mario got arrested because he got a doppelganger doing bad things sort of situation. So let's go ahead and hit start and see how this works. So this is a game book. You don't read through it like you would a normal book, starting at the first page and ending with last. In Sonic vs. Sonic, you decide how Sonic and Tails will defeat the evil Sonic. How will they fight the Badniks and overcome all the other tricks, traps, and puzzles they find along the way? That choice is up to you. If you make the right choice for them, they'll win. Make the wrong ones, well, you'll soon find out. By the way, is the volume still good? Because if it is all... Because I'm going to be doing quite a bit of reading here. So if the volume is too loud, I'll turn it down a little bit more.
So far, so good.
So far, so good? Audio's good? Okay, good. Before you start to read the book, have a look at the rules of the next few pages. They're not very complicated, so don't worry. They're almost the same as the ones in the other Sonic game books. You'll need one ordinary 6-sided die and a pencil. Don't worry, we don't need that because the game's going to handle that. But what's this button do? Oh, that's our stats.
Yay.
So we'll look at that in a second. So I think it's going to explain over here. Before you start, you have to decide how good Sonic is at doing things. Look at him; he's lifted a barbell. Look at how strong he is. He's gonna beat Knuckles in punching matches eventually. I don't think Knuckles existed at the time of this game book, actually.
This is pre a lot of characters.
Yeah.
I think the only other one that existed was Tails.
This is like a post-Sonic 2 game book series, I believe. So, if you look at page 12, you'll see a chart called Sonic's Vital Statistics, as well as listing Sonic's abilities. It has a place to record what Sonic is carrying, Sonic stuff, and also has a place to record how many lives he has left and how many rings he has collected. Tails doesn't have his own abilities. In this book, they're the same as Sonic's. Sonic and Tails
inventory button in the top right.
Oh, I see why he started with this book. I'm aware of something. There are certain Sonic game books where Sonic and Tails, you can play as either of them, and they have completely different stats. So he probably started with this game book because it's a little less complicated than some of them. And also, what was that, Sarah?
Yeah, there is a mouse pointing towards the inventory button in the top right. That's probably the page 12 that was referenced.
Yeah. That's like the first like 12 pages or so of the game book were dedicated to explain how to play, have your vital statistics page, etc. And that's obviously like you want to page back to now and then. So like, I think they recommend like throwing a bookmark on that page so you can go back to it real easy because you need to check your stats down then and update them. But Sonic and Tails have 6 abilities: speed, strength, agility, coolness, quick wits, and good looks. That last was
yes. Coolness is different from good looks.
Yeah,
Coolness-
I mean, it's probably the mustache stat.
Coolness is like your performance stat in D&D. Like, your ability to, like, sing a song or do a dance, stuff like that, probably. Beside each of these on the chart is a description of what each ability means. Read these and then decide what ability you want Sonic to be best at. Now write a 5 in the box by this ability. Then look for the one you want him to be next best at and write a 4 by its side. Now write a 3 by his third best ability and then a 2 by all the rest. These numbers show what Sonic's strengths and weaknesses are. As you may notice, this gamebook is basically like D&D for kids. Right? It's very simple, but it's kind of similar concept. So we pick a 5, 4, 3, and then everything else is 2. So here's our stats. Speed, being fast is one of Sonic's most vital... I'm going to let you guys pick this, but let's read over the stats. Being fast is one of Sonic's most vital points. At full speed, Sonic can avoid traps, badniks, and will. However, traveling at such high speeds means Sonic can literally run right into problems. Strength. This is a measure of how strong our hero is. Strength can be used to force open traps and fight enemies. Sonic can do this all day long. Wow, stamina. But sometimes it's best to think about problems before bouncing on them. Quick wits. Sonic needs a brain as well as brawn. A good score here will help the hero to think his way out of trouble before it even happens. As ever, Sonic thinks fast, but sometimes too fast for his own good. Agility. It's no good being quick without being agile. With a good agility rating, Sonic will be able to leap and spin superbly. Being a gymnast means Sonic can get into some tricky places, but it doesn't mean he can always get out. Coolness. The better score, the more likely people are to be impressed by him. So it's kind of your charisma score. All of this attribute helps Sonic to get what he wants simply by using his charm. Nonetheless, Sonic can't always charm his way out of trouble. And then good looks. Probably the most important thing in Sonic's life is looking good and acting cool. Yeah, that's more important to him than saving the day. I guess.
Yeah.
This thing can impress people. This kind of impress people, which means they help, and other times it just annoys them and has the opposite effect. So coolness and good looks kind of both seem like charisma stats, but I'm going to say the way to put this is speed, strength, intelligence, agility, charisma, and luck is how I probably put things.
So in other words, it's a very dumbed down D&D.
So we're going to assign stats from highest to lowest. So which stat gets the coveted 5 points? What do you guys think?
Should we start a poll?
We could do a 1 minute poll for these if people will. Yeah, let's do a 1 minute poll for each of these. So poll number 1. What do we assign the highest? What do we assign 5 points to?
Personally, I go with strength because if you punch real good, the thing won't survive.
That doesn't work on everything though.
But it has to.
I mean, it's Sonic's.
Dang it.
What?
To be fair, strength could also be connected with intimidation, because your strength could be intimidation.
I think that's more of the coolness stat would be for intimidation, I think.
A poll only allows for 5 options.
But I feel like intimidate would also work because you can just punch if you're strong enough, you can just punch the ground and leave a giant hole and tell them,
okay,
are you sure about that?
do the options, do speed, strength, quick wits, agility, and then for the last one, do coolness and good looks. And if that one wins, we'll just roll coolness and good looks separately to see which one wins between them.
Alright.
I know it's not perfect, but it'll do.
Hello, Bala.
This isn't that serious. It's a Sonic game book for like 12-year-olds. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
It's D&D for kids.
It's D&D for kids.
Yeah, if it's dumbed down, then well, it's going to be much simpler. So stats end up combining.
Because I can almost promise you too, these game books aren't balanced, and there's just some of these stats are just going to be more useful than others.
Also, if we leave it to random chance, they'll be.
Sorry. Mind you, I don't know the book well enough to tell you which stat is like the ideal stat. I'm not trying to game this. I'm just trying to play it.
Should I allow voting? Should I allow voting with 4 points?
No. Just do a normal vote. Shortest time. Let's get this going.
Okay.
So, okay, vote is up. If you want, pick what you want, guys. You literally are going to guide this for me, so pick what you feel like you want. Only a minute to vote, because we're making this quick. We got to go through multiple stat votes, so.
Oh, wow, everything is... Okay, now we have some difference.
Okay, finally we're getting a little stat spread.
So far, speed is an elite.
I mean, it's fair. It's Sonic.
Quick wits is second. And everyone thing else is tied at the moment.
When you think of Sonic, the first thing you think of is speed.
To be fair, I'm not sure strength is. I know Sonic is strong, but I feel like every other stat would be prioritized over strength because I think if you're fast enough, you can just break things by the velocity. Logically dictating it.
Speed won by quite a bit, so we're gonna go ahead with
Yes.
speed. All right, so run the poll again. Now we're voting for the second strongest ability. 4 points.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can now remove speed from the list, by the way, so you can actually...
Oh, now it will fit!
Now there's actually five options, so now things will fit.
Yeah.
To be fair, so far to be fair, I know I haven't got to play too much D&D, especially in stats. Even though I have been in multiple sessions at this point, but I seem to conveniently not be doing much. So, if anything, I'm the least experienced when it comes to which stats are more important.
Well, it's okay. It's a game book for kids, so you don't have to worry about it too much. I'm sure a lot of kids play this game were like, well, I want Sonic to be cool. I'm going to make him really cool. And it's like not really thinking about the mechanical aspect of it at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's okay, in other words.
Well, I guess only tryhards will have to worry.
All right, second vote is up. Go ahead and pick one of the 5 abilities that's going to get the second strongest ability point. 4 points.
Damn it!
What?
I wrote God looks instead of good looks.
God looks.
God looks!
It's okay, everybody
I was too focused on the coolness I wrote before to fix it with the coolness that I missed that I wrote God looks as well.
For some reason, my Twitch froze. Alright.
Okay.
My laughter was too much. It broke.
Okay. Today is everybody in my voice call gets technical difficulties day. Okay, got it.
It happened at times. Alright, I picked one. Ah, fuck. Alright.
Now we have a tie.
We do have a tie. Is it gonna break the tie?
Quick wit and agility. My goodness.
Okay, nobody's breaking the tie, so I'll break it. I'm gonna pick quick wits.
I mean, it is Sonic.
Yeah.
All right. Roll the poll again. This time, strength, agility, coolness, and good looks. Third strongest ability is going to be 3 points. This is the last vote. Because everything else will just get a 2 after this. So. Also, I appreciate all the little flourishes this creator did. Scrolling background, making each of these stats have a different color background to make them stand out a bit more. And I like the association with the different power-up monitors. That's very good.
I like how speed is blue because it's definitely Sonic.
Why is Twitch black on me?
Why is
Twitch black?
This entire screen
it sounds like the video
black.
died. It sounds like the video. It sounds like a render died.
No, not just black. Like everything just turned black. Even the comments, everything just disappeared.
You might want to restart your computer if things get worse than that.
Okay, it refreshed itself after I left the God damn it! Wow. All right.
It does look like Agility's going to win this one. I agree.
I don't think it's Twitch's fault. I think it's this phone, it's all tablet's fault because it's somewhat cracked and it has had issues. Because
mobile is always a crapshoot. I always say so.
Absolutely.
All right, Agility 1, so it means everything else is going to be a 2 stat. All right, let's do that. Are these okay? Click the reset statistics button. Start over. No, I'm good. So I guess these are they're just saved. Okay, so let's hit the next page.
So we know that Sonic is weak, uncool, and looks ugly.
That's exactly Sonic!
To be fair, if you really look Sonic without the cartoony design, one could see it as that because it's not exactly the.
I mean, he has a single eyeball.
Okay, guys, settle down. I got a lot of reading to do. All right. So, doing things. We're not done with the story. Let's finish it up. Some section of this book will ask you to roll a die against one of Sonic abilities. To do this, you must roll the die. Holy shit, I didn't know that.
roll the die. You need to roll the die.
See, when it asks you to roll a die, that means you need to roll the die. Well, again, this is for
not only that.
You need to explain to them.
You need to roll the die and then look at the result.
Yeah, look at the result, then add it to the number you've given to Sonic's ability. For instance, if you need to roll against Sonic's strength, you should roll the die, have a look at Sonic's strength score. If you roll a 3 and Sonic has strength of 4, then the score would be 7. 3 plus 4. The section you are reading will tell you the number you have to beat to succeed.
Oh no, basic addition. Are we really good enough for that?
Teaches kids math. Sonic must also use his abilities. To fight his enemies. To do this, Sonic must use one of his abilities. You'll be told which one in the section you're reading. All the enemies have a fighting score. This is a number between 5 and 10. The lower the number, the worse they are at fighting. To fight them, roll the die and add it to the ability score that Sonic is using. If Sonic rolls higher than or equal to an enemy's fighting score, then he has hit it. Some enemies need more than one hit to destroy them. If an enemy is not destroyed, then it can try to hit Sonic. Roll one die and add to its fighting score. If the result is more than 10, then it has hit Sonic. Ouch! I'd like to note that some enemies have 10, so they will always hit Sonic. Well, yeah?
I just like the mental thing of, to use Sonic's abilities, use Sonic's abilities.
Again, you have to explain this to children. Ouch! If Tails is helping Sonic, the Sonic can add 3 to his die roll. Tails is just a flat D plus 3 or so.
That fits for Sonic 2.
In some cases, this may be less, but it depends on what is happening. If Sonic is hit by an enemy, he will either lose all of his rings, or if he doesn't have any rings, he will lose one of his lives. So, there you go. You can see how they integrated the game system into the gamebook. Sonic starts the book with 3 lives. If he loses them all, he has failed and must start the adventure again from the beginning. Tails has no lives of his own. Poor Tails. And if Sonic has lost all his, then he must go back to the beginning as well. Sonic can buy an extra life of 100 rings if he wants to, but he must have collected 100 rings first. Beware, some parts of the adventure need rings to gain access to parts of the zones. So you also need rings to just move forward sometimes.
Tails has no life,
Poor
apparently,
Tails.
according to this game.
Carried stuff. Sonic starts with a few items. These are already written down in Sonic stuff. They include an energy gun. Yes, Sonic and his classic energy gun that he always has for every game.
I'm sorry, is he Shadow now?
Well, if you have a team of Sonic and Tails, maybe Tails has a gun.
No, it's Sonic's stuff. Not Tails' stuff. This nifty piece of hardware shoots out a beam of pure cool. Anything evil or eggy caught by it will be frozen for a while. Unfortunately, every time Sonic fires it, it costs 10 rings. So I just love that he just has a fucking energy gun for some reason, with no explanation.
He's Shadow from Shadow.
The book will tell you.
Freeze ray.
The book will tell you if and when he can use his stuff. Throughout the adventures, he will be able to pick up other things. Write these down in Sonic stuff so you'll remember what he's collected. Also, cross off the ones he and Tails don't have anymore. Is Sonic's stuff in here? No, this is just a statistic. I'm sure there's another page for it. Somewhere in the adventure, Sonic will find the zone chip. This may be used at any time in the game by turning to section 237. You'll not see this number printed in the book very often, so make note of it for when you find the chip, otherwise Sonic won't be able to use it. Sonic and Tails will find rings and be given credits and points in the adventure, and you'll need to write these down as well. Remember to use a pencil, though, as these will need to be altered quite a lot as you read this book. Well, that's it for the rules. Now turn to section 1 and start your adventure with Sonic and Tails as they battle against Sonic and the Badniks. Alright, let's properly start. Is this Archie Sonic? No, this is like separate from that. It's not it's not Archie, it's Gamebook Sonic, so.
It looked a little bit like that art style.
So look at our we can quickly turn to a section because we had that option on. We have 3 lives, 0 rings, that's tracked nice and clear. Oh, okay, here's Sonic stuff. It's to the side now. So we have energy gun here. We can buy an extra life if we have more than 100 rings. Okay, cool. This is pretty well laid out. I like this. All right,
I mean, 100 rings does equal an extra life.
And we do have scans of the book. There's a lot of images in the book. So we got a lot of fun images to look at, too. So, Section 1. Something very strange had happened in the Green Hill Zone. The Green Hill Zone. One minute, Sonic had been sitting, playing with his Mega Drive, because meta. The next thing, he was being attacked by a group of maniac bunnies. They were usually his friends. He tried to speak to them, but they all kept shouting at him with something about him filling all their burrows with rotten eggs. Sonic didn't even like eggs, and the bunnies were his mates. So he'd never dream of doing that to them. By the way, you may notice and the bunnies were his mates. I believe this Gamebook series may have been British, by the way. Suddenly, everything had gone black. Sonic could see stars, not the kind of stars in the night sky, but the kind that whiz around the inside of your head. You mean the outside?
What?
Look at the picture. You know, those stars. As if the whole of the universe was circling around him. Sonic, of course, being the center of the universe. I don't know what this tangent the book is starting out with, but okay.
What? It seems like it's being passive-aggressive at some points.
The book is very silly. Hey, slow down! It was daytime a minute ago. Suddenly, his senses returned and he jumped to his feet. The bunnies were gone. He was alone, confused, and not sure what was going on. Wow, this is weird, says Sonic. Sonic might be covered in spines, but they don't protect his head. Gingerly, he raises a paw to the rapidly growing bruise. Oh no, it's the size of an egg! Hey, now don't say egg. Bad vibes about that word. I suppose I better find out whether the bunnies were right. Hey now, me, stop saying that! Sonic set out through the green hills. That's such a weird way of phrasing that. I love it. Still not really believing what had happened in the past 10 minutes. Everything looked normal. The hills were green. The sky was blue. Yes, they were green. Yes, this had to be the green hill zone, but there was something odd making him. Zwing! A small silver object flew towards Sonic's head, embedding itself in a tree behind him. Sonic turned around to take a look at the tree. There, half buried in the bark, was the familiar shape of a buzzer. Zzz, bzz. Get you next time! Bzz, threaded the buzzer, rather pathetically, as he was firmly stuck in the tree. Get you next time! Sonic smiled. All was well in the Green Hill Zone. Getting nearly attacked and stung. Everything was well. They always try to get me, he thought, but never manage it. The thought formed a smile. I love getting randomly attacked. All is well here. Sonic started walking away from the cursing buzzer, wondering whether to head for the hills or one of the bridges. Imagine you were Sonic. Imagine you were Sonic. What would you do? Go to the hills, turn to 106. If you think Sonic should head towards the river, then turn to 177. We're not going to do this on a vote, but I will simply ask you guys to pick what you guys would like. We can definitely go to any page number that you guys vote on. So,
all right.
I say
that
bridge.
There was a fix the river escape scene. I would go towards the hills.
Should we go to Bridge Zone or should we stay in Green Hills?
Bridge Zone!
Bridge Zone, I say.
I'd say hills.
I just like this weird tangent about Sonic hating eggs.
Honestly,
yeah, because Eggman. Duh.
I'll be honest, I feel shame for Sonic on that one because I have actually tasted chili dogs before with eggs. They are delicious.
Eggs are good.
Yeah,
it looks like people want the bridge. We'll head to the river then.
I mean, Sonic did see his science friend merge with a rotten egg and absorb all the evil in the world and turn to Eggman or something like that.
But you see, this is separate from the comics, and so, like, we don't know what the fuck the origin is from Eggman in this
okay,
comic,
good.
So, yeah, as I said, this is separate from Fleetway, separate from Archie, separate from IDW, it's just its own freaking whatever it is. I don't know what it is, it's sort of a tangent. You know what, since you guys want to talk so much, though, Sarah, read the next page.
Me!
sorry.
The familiar sound of a river could be clearly heard in the distance. Sonic didn't really like the river. He didn't really like any rivers. They were alright to look at, but he didn't fancy getting wet one little bit. Sonic walked into a valley and breathed a sigh of relief. At least there was a proper bridge here today. The Green Hill Zone bridges had a nasty habit of doing their own thing. Sometimes they were normal, other times bits of them collapsed as you walked on them. Sometimes they even disappeared when you were halfway across. Gingerly, Sonic tiptoes across the bridge, casting a cautious eye at the water. Somewhat relieved, he reaches the other side. You could never be too careful with bridges. Turn to 12.
Another weird tangent. I'm gonna guess that they're basically referring to the Green Hill Zone has a lot of like cliffs that break when you stand on them. I guess they're calling those bridges now, but did Green Hill Zone even have bridges? Did Green Hill Zone even? No, it did have bridges, right?
Believe it or not, I never played.
But they never collapsed. There were ledges that collapsed, but I think the bridges were always just bridges. So I don't know what this book is talking about, but let's move on to section 12. This is funny, though. Oh, it's a monk. Alright, I'll read the next one. I'll just alternate between you guys and me. So, once across the river, Sonic was in one of the many small woods that dotted the zone. All looked as it should be. The trees were still large things with brown trunks, and lots of big green bits on top. Those are called leaves, book. There were plenty of them, and they all had one end firmly stuck in the ground. Completely normal, says Sonic, just as a large brown object lands at his feet with a thump. Sonic looks at the thing, unsure of what it is or why it is there. A coconut, he says, just as the second one hits him squarely on the chest. Sonic sprawls on the ground, but he is back on his feet in a second. Yick, cop that, Spiky! What the hell?
What? Is it?
What? I don't know. This is British slang. Sonic looks up towards where the voice was coming from, and he sees the face of coconuts raining down at him from the top of a tree. Play more where that came from, Spiky. Yick! Yick? That's apparently a monkey sound.
Yick! It sounds like he's throwing up.
Coconut's howls with laughter as he reaches for another coconut to hurl in Sonic's direction. Just as Sonic is wondering what to do, the numbers 132 pop in his mind. How strange! 132?
What is HB?
Will Sonic try to get out of the way of the annoying monkey? Turn to 38. Or will he try to speak to him? Turn to 246. So, shall we leave or talk?
Well, what I personally would do is flip to page 132, but text 132, but I don't think you can do this.
That's a
right
code.
now.
I take it.
Yeah, probably.
I take in 38.
I mean, we have higher speed stat than we have, like, coldest stats, so perhaps try to get out of the way would be better. Leave, I hate monkeys. I do agree with that statement. Let's get out of here.
Also, why is its name Coconuts?
Because that's the name of... That was actually the official name of the monkey robot from Sonic.
Oh, is it?
2. Yeah. Yep. He's also, in the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Coconuts was also a major robot.
Also, we have no rings.
Yeah, we have no rings. On a normal day, Sonic could quite happily have trashed Coconuts, but today was not an ordinary day. The Coconuts were flying thick and fast now. Perhaps it would be better to leave the monkey to it. Also, I'm pretty sure the artist was not aware that technically Coconuts is a robot, but, you know, whatever, that's fine.
It looks like a normal monkey.
After a little while, the trees thinned out, and I'll read this one. Sonic is back in the open. Up ahead, he could hear the sound of another river. Sure enough, around the next bend of the path, there was a river. I could hear a river. Around the bend, there was a river. I mean, yeah, it worked out. Not a very wide one, but Sonic's heart sank nevertheless, for the bridge across it was not all it could have been. The planks that made up the walkway were moving. Sonic stops and looks at them for a while, trying to work out the pattern. Soon Sonic feels that he has worked it out and will be able to cross safely. With a look of determination, he takes a few steps backwards and then charges towards the bridge. In which order should Sonic step on the planks? The third, then the second, then the first? The first, then the third, then the second? The second, then the third, then the first? Oh my. I wonder if we should be remembering a recent number or something. I'm sure we all remembered it completely, right?
Yes.
The third one was, I think it was 213 or something.
It was 132.
I'd say this, Charam, you're so fluffy that I can only see the number 1 from the third option.
Well, the third option is 117.
Well, it is stated on it is stated on screen. Turn to 173, turn to 186, turn to 117. So you know what's behind me.
Yeah, I know. I just find it funny the one button looking up below.
So first and third, the second. All right, then 186. Yes. With the skill and coolness that only Sonic could produce, he expertly hops across the bridge in exactly the right order, even managing a little spin at the end. More than a little happy of his performance, Sonic finds himself among a lot of hills. Like how this book keeps going, like, he's in Green Hill Zone. There's hills. There's a lot of hills around him in Green Hill Zone. There's more hills.
This is Green Hill Zone. It's a zone with
Why
green
is the
hills.
monkey still on screen?
Basically, I don't think the image updates until there's a new image to look at. So that's probably why. Because the game book didn't have an image for literally every page. It just had it here.
Fair.
Yeah.
Let's pretend the monkey isn't there.
Just as he was deciding which way to go, he sees something that makes his spine stand on end. Turn to 200. Ooh, new music. Uh-oh. Straight ahead, the hillside is cut by a small, deep-sided valley. Its sides almost sheer. From time to time, Robotnik was in the habit of setting a moving platform maze here to trap the unwary. Mind you, the risk was worth it, since Robotnik usually made at the top of the trap of at least half a dozen rings. Okay. That was just something he does for fun, or... There were two things about the maze that made Sonic think that the bunnies may not have been mad. May have not have been mad after all. I assume they mean mad as in crazy. They were definitely mad as in angry. Firstly, the platforms weren't moving. Okay, he could cope with that. I mean, that's good, right? The second thing was that the fact that Tails was lying on the highest platform, and he didn't look happy. Turn to 253.
Ow!
This is very confusing. In a daze, Sonic walks over to the start of the maze. Why is he in a daze now? Tails was in a dreadful state. His fur was all muddy, and it looked like... But no, it couldn't be true. Someone had tied poor Tails' two tails together. Sonic's blood boiled. Who could have done this to his friend? Tails! Tails! Sonic shouts, but Tails doesn't move. I must rescue him, Sonic says aloud. Sonic looks at the platforms and spots a small wooden lever set into the lift. Should Sonic try to help Tails? Turn to 139. Or will he have a look at the lever? Turn to 207. Help Tails, duh.
Help Tails. It would be a crime to let Tails basically be in trouble. I just hope that's not like a crime.
Lever.
I do not care about a lever if my friend's tails are literally getting tangled.
Maybe the lever will free Tails.
There has to be a way up
the platforms. That's how it worked that Eggman... If Eggman did it like that, then Eggman's a genius.
There has to be a way up the platforms, but what is it? Sonic stares at them for ages without any luck. All the time he keeps an eye on Tails, high above him. This was the help Tails option. But he's just standing there, okay. There must be an easy answer to this one, he says aloud. He remembers the lever. Turn to 207. That choice didn't matter. We have to turn the lever now.
Told you should go to the lever.
Gosh,
okay.
your choices don't matter.
Oh, we have our first roll, which I'm going to remove my head for. The lever is set about 3 meters above the floor of the valley. An easy jump for someone of Sonic's ability, isn't it? Roll the die and add the result to Sonic's agility. If the score is more than 6, turn to 47. If the score is less than 6, turn to 162.
What if the score is exactly 6?
Die. I don't know.
Perish!
It's a good question. That is a very good question. I believe it's 6 or more, 47. I believe that's how that works. It's written poorly, though, in the book. But that's okay. So our agility, obviously, is okay. So I think we'll be alright. It's a very low roll. We see a 3, I think. So...
Well, it's a miracle.
Let's roll. Oh, okay.
Not that one.
You nat one-ed it, yay!
162. Ouch! That was supposed to happen at all. Sonic missed time to jump, missed the lever completely, landed with a thump on the ground. Ouch! Turn back to 207 and let Sonic have another go. Before you do, roll the die. If Sonic scores a 1, then unfortunately he's lost either all his rings or a life if he doesn't have any rings. His first roll is being generous. It's like, okay, re-roll, but if you get a 1, you lost a life.
No ring.
Surely I won't, like, look at the goal now, it's only 2. Surely I won't get a 1 now. There we go, okay.
The curse
I was about to say...
Alright, now we're okay. Well, actually, now we have to turn back to 207 and try this again, basically. So that was a roll to see if we lost a life, basically, after that. So let's try this again. We need a 3, please. Okay, 5 will do. 5. It says greater or equal to. So that I think that basically if you score the exact number, it's fine. I think that's how this was interpreted. So the lever is set about 3 meters above the floor of the valley. An easy jump for someone with Sonic's ability, isn't it? Roll die. Oh, if the score is less than... Yeah, so we go to 47. No trouble whatsoever. Sonic leaps through the air with one deft flick of the wrist. The lever has been pulled. Almost immediately, the platforms whirred action behind him. Turn to 233. Okay, I'm gonna let Xerix read this one.
All right, give me a sec. Why? Screen. Okay, there we go.
I thought that was the first thing. Why?
Because I said so. No.
Okay, now that the platforms now that the platforms are moving again, the route up to Tails is an easy one. Well, at least it was easy to someone like Sonic. 3 hops, a jump, 1 spin, and a final hop, and Sonic gets to the top. He looks like anxiously down at the motionless. Thank you.
Yeah.
Motionless bodies of Tails. Wait, what? The motionless body of Tails. His friend looks awful. Oh, fuck.
His friend looks awful. Meanwhile, Tails just looks the same.
Tails! Sonic reaches out his paw to touch his friend. Tails, it's me, Sonic, he says gradually. Tails, wake up! He looks at Sonic. his eyes getting wider and wider. No, stay away from me! Stay away! Tails screams. He tries to hover, but he can't because his tails are tied together. His eyes look wild, and Sonic is sure that he is frightened. He is frightened. My unused to English really is backfiring.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I know it's ESL for you. Take your time.
But Tails, it's me, Sonic. I'm your friend. Who did this to you? Who you did? You did? Howls Tails. He's filling with tears. With this, Tails tries one more to hover, and this time in the knot on his tails falls out, and he is away. Come back! Yells Sonic, but his friend has already gone. Turn to 98.
Poor Tails.
For a second, I just Tails died.
It seems like he was beat up pretty good.
What were you gonna say, Chica?
I mean, to be fair, he saw, like, a fake Sonic tie him up.
And throw mud at him, I guess, and stuff? Yeah. Sonic kept... Oh, go ahead.
No, don't worry. Keep it going.
Sonic can't believe what is happening. Tails has been his friend ever since he can remember. Determined to catch up with Tails, Sonic leaps off the platform and tumbles expertly onto the floor of the valley, with not a single spine out of place. Tails is already a long way off up the valley, and Sonic tears off after him. Sonic moves a lot faster than Tails, and he's catching up to him easily when disaster strikes. Roll the die and add the result to Sonic's quick wits. I don't believe we have that raised very high. Nope. Oh, no, actually, that's okay. If the score is 7 or more, turn to 154. If the score is less than 7, turn to 284. Looks like you guys picked the right stats for this path. But also, good readings, Eric. Honestly, you did it fine. You only tripped up on one word. And also, I like the emotion you put behind the voice acting.
Oh, thank you.
So let's roll the die. So we need a 3. Yay! I got 3.
This reads somewhat like a fanfic.
Oh, it doesn't. Well, it kind of is, because you have to keep in mind these are, especially back in the day when like there was external media outside of a video game franchise. The people hired to write or create that external media didn't always understand the property fully, so it ends up being a little messy, you know. Sometimes back in the day, it's fun. It's kind of fun messy though, you know.
Yeah.
All right, we did it. Now that was pure cool with a capital C. Or was it just luck? Sonic's the only one who will ever know, and there's not much chance of him admitting it, is there? Whether it was skill or luck, the little blue super bean. Little blue super bean.
Blue super bean!
What is Stitch?
What's that? Not Stitch. Yes, think of Stitch when you say that, yeah. Manages not only to spot the almost hidden stream, but he also manages to leap in a single bound, finishing off with an amazing spin, just for good measure. I like how Tails is, like, really upset and Sonic is chasing after, but Sonic's like, I can still show off for a bit, even though I'm trying to... I
can do parkour!
Outstanding! Sonic can't resist the temptation to sing his own praises. Well, not bad, I suppose.
Sonic!
He continues a little less on the top.
My friend is in distress. Let me stroke my ego for a bit.
Let me stroke my ego massively for jumping a small stream. Like, what the hell, Sonic? I don't...
Sonic! Tails, you're my best friend. I care about you most. Also, Sonic, hold on a bit, Tails. I know you're running away from me. Let me stunt on you very quickly.
Let me also, like, overly celebrate myself for jumping a small stream. Like, come on, man. It's a stream!
I mean, I guess Sonic's fear of water really is just like even a small puddle and jumping it over it. It's a pride. He takes pride on it.
Running, spinning, and jumping across the green hill zone. Sonic is quickly gaining on his friend Tails. Sonic can't help but wonder why Tails is trying to get away from him. Perhaps this is a game. Yeah, that's why he was unconscious covered in mud. Maybe Tails is just
why he was tied up?
Maybe Tails is trying to see. I know, right? Maybe Tails is just trying to see if Sonic is awake enough to close the gap. And last Sonic catches up with Tails and skids to a halt. Tails looks tired and afraid. Sonic goes towards him, but Tails backs off. Why are you running away from me? Sonic splutters. Splutters? That's a weird word, but okay. Tails just looks at him. Sonic is getting desperate. What is going on here? Sonic demands. Tails continues looking at Sonic and leans a little closer to him. This makes Sonic feel a bit weird, like some kind of exhibit in the zoo. Now that Tails is this close, Sonic is shocked at the state of him. as well as the mud and dirt. Poor old Tails' fur is singed and blackened in over a dozen places. Sonic is still confused. He opens his mouth to repeat the questions. Tails quickly reaches out with a paw and touches Sonic on the snout. Then, quick as a flash, he whips the paw away again. "What are you up to, Tails?" exclaims Sonic. Tails just smiles. "So it is you," he says, very relieved. "The real you, after all." Needless to say...
Also...
Yeah.
Also, when it says Tails with black something, I didn't hear too well. The first thing in my image just reminded me of Sonic.exe of Tails going from orange fur to black because Sonic.exe got him.
Thankfully, this is before those creepypastas.
I know.
Yay!
Needless to say, Tails is still didn't have a story to tell Sonic. So you see, whatever it is, looked just like you. And every time it touched me, it burned. Look! Tails pointed to the singe marks all over his fur. That's why I knew it was really you when I touched you. Sonic was baffled. Who on earth would want to go and impersonate him? Who can it be? He said aloud. I don't know, replied Tails, but whoever it is, he needs to be stopped. I would not be surprised if Robotnik was behind all this. That's a weird way. That's a double negative, Tails, but okay. The idea did make sense. All the good creatures of Mobius looked to Sonic as the one thing that could stand up to Robotnik. Make Sonic look bad, and Robotnik's job got a lot easier. Right, let's go get him, Tails. Sonic was on his feet in an instant. But we don't know where to look, said Tails. Now that, annoying as it was a very good point. Stop being annoying, Tails, but also a good point. Any ideas, said Sonic? Tails paused and thought for a while. I last saw it. The bad Sonic. Headed for the chemical zone. The chemical zone. You made chemical plant zone, author. But that was about an hour ago, I think. You were unconscious. How would you know? Right, let's go that way then. Sonic was already coiled up for a sprint. But when I first saw him, he was hanging around outside that secret cave. What cave? Said Sonic, not really listening. You know, the one where we used to hide rings for safekeeping over by the little river. What will they do? Will they go and look in the cave, turn to 9? Or should they hurry on towards the chemical zone, turn to 201?
9.
5. Also, just to let you know, I actually was reading earlier. I am actually replaying Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, so I was a bit on a reading moment. So I was a bit ready at least to act.
Oh, you've been parsing a lot of English, so it's a good time to read off something. That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very good.
I think this is an easy signpost to say, hey, if you want to actually have some rings, we still have 0. If you want to actually have some rings, press 9, basically. Yeah. Go to page 9. So I think we should go to 9.
We need money.
Yay, I hear there's a little sound and we got rings. Okay, says Sonic, the cave it is. Both the heroes charge off at a frightening speed, though at least Sonic manages to remember the small stream, and easily avoids it this time. He did last time, but I guess the book doesn't know if you did or not, to be fair. And at this rate, the journey to the caves takes exactly 1 minute, and neither of them is even out of breath. The inside of the cave is dark and dank, maybe even a bit eggy. Oh no.
What?
I love that statement because it's like, okay, there's a natural gas leak thing, you should probably leave. Like,
I almost
dude, if you smell sulfur, do not go in!
Yeah.
I thought that when I was reading it, I thought it said edgy, but because of my cracks.
This is before Shadow the Hedgehog. I never remember it spelling this bad, says Tails. Me neither, says Sonic. After a few moments, her eyes get used to the darkness, and Sonic can see a pile of rings in the corner. At least the rings are still safe, says Sonic, as he starts to pick them up. Besides the pile of rings, Sonic sees a small computer chip. He picks it up and looks at it. There are brief instructions printed on the side of it. Zone chip. To activate, insert 10 rings per person. Sonic may now use the zone chip at any time. To use it, cross off 10 rings for Sonic stuff, or 20 rings if Tails is using it too. Then make note of the section you're reading before turning to 237. So the zone chip, I believe, is like a get-out-of-jail-free situation if you got in a game over, perhaps. I don't really remember. But, yeah. Tails, however, has spotted something else. Over in the far corner is a small needle-shaped thing, and it's glowing blue. Sonic has managed to collect 10 rings, add them to his vital statistics sheet. We have them. If you'd like him to go and have a look at the blue needle, turn to 174. If you think it's about time the heroes left, turn to 201. What do you guys think?
Drugs!
Sure,
I think we should trust Tails.
I like you guys with the drugs. Do you guys want to investigate the drugs, or shall we leave?
Investigate the drugs!
We need them specifically to tell viewers to not take drugs, just like the like in forgot which show where Sonic says it's no good.
Sonic says
no good. That's the Adventure Sonic the Hedgehog, one of the PSAs.
That one. Drugs are no good.
Alright, let's see here. The blue needle is glowing with a faint light on the floor of the cave. It looks very much like one of Sonic's spines. If you think the needle isn't important and should be left where it is, then hurry on to the chemical plant. 201. As Sonic picks up the needle, turn to 75.
75.
Okay.
75.
How will
Obviously, it's important.
How will Sonic pick up the needle? If he uses his hand, turn to 140. If he uses a pair of tweezers, if he has them, the zone chip might help. Turn to 219.
I don't think he has tweezers.
So we'll just pick up by hand.
Yay, burning!
Sonic reaches out to pick up the needle. Then at the exact moment the tip of his paw touches it, there's a loud explosion! And Sonic's thrown to the far corner of the cave. Strange, says Tails dryly. That's exactly what it did to me. Thanks for letting us know, Tails.
Why are you
The needle's been blown to bits in the explosion. It's time Sonic left for Chemical Plant. Before he goes, subtract 1 life for all of Sonic's rings if he has any. Perhaps, however, Sonic has something alert sight for this. Add 1 to his coolness score. Hey, right, we got a point at least. Oh my god, the zone chip! I like the zone chip's a 3D object and it's a potato chip. Why? I love it. Yeah, well, at least we traded 10 rings for a coolness point. I guess that's worth it. 201.
You got a Pringle!
It was cool you got the explosion on your face. Also, thank you for not telling us, Tails, that happened to you only after it happened. Thank you, you're a good friend and a great companion.
I mean, he did tell us that he got burns when he touched the
funniest thing.
Well, that was when he touched the fake Sonic, not when he got exploded by a blue needle.
Yeah, but that's probably because the blue needles on the fake Sonics also exploded.
Oh, I see. That might be it. Maybe it's a very explosive fake Sonic. It is not far to the gate connected to the Green Hills with the chemical plant. Strange to tell you, as nasty as the chemical plant could be so close to the Green Hills. Up ahead, I'm pretty sure that Green Hills is supposed to be Emerald Hill because Emerald Hill leads to chemical plant zone. So I don't think I think the writer of the book mixed up Emerald Hill and Green Hill.
I
mean, green and emerald is the same, right?
They're actually different places.
I think Fair noted that, Charm. Like, the music was for Emerald Zone.
Yeah, that's very true too. Actually, I guess the book. That's very good point. Actually, the maker of this little digital game was also like, yeah, they make Emerald Hill. Again, this is a post Sonic 2 book, so naturally that makes more sense too. They would be involved Sonic 2 zones, right? Anyways, up ahead, Sonic could see the start of the deep valley that led to the gate. He also knew that just around the corner would be the Spike Buggy, one of Robotnik's creations. Slow and clumsy, but still dangerous, it would have to be beaten before they get to the gate. Will Sonic and Tails attack the Spike Buggy head on? Or will turn to 223? Or will they try to sneak past it, turn to 222?
23 for me.
So we have higher quick wits than strength, we have higher agility than strength, we have higher coolness than strength. I feel like sneaky might be wiser, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, yeah.
It's just a Spike Buggy, though.
We have no rings,
I mean, do we use the Pringle?
We can't. That requires rings.
Alright, then I guess we have to use... I'll then change my option to 222 then.
The zone chip is an option at times, though. It is something worth considering. 222. Okay, let's do it. Let's try to sneak. The sides of the valley... Oh, here, we have a new picture, by the way. The sides of the valley were very steep and going very slow. Far below, Sonic and Tails could see the ominous shape of the buggy. When Sonic first came across it, Robotnik himself used to drive the contraption, but when he kept losing, he automated the buggy to drive itself. Oh, so it's the first boss in Emerald Hill Zone, but it's just automated now, apparently. Oh, because it's right before Chemical Plant Zone. I get it. So he kept losing, he automated the buggy to drive itself. The buggy didn't move. It can't have seen either of our heroes. It went against the grain for Sonic to refuse to fight. But Tails is still a little under the weather after his ideal, like he's still singeing all over. It was probably the best thing to do. After another half an hour, the two heroes were past the buggy and standing to the gate to the Typical Plant. Turn to 250.
Tails, don't be smile!
I also like the artwork because if this is the first boss from Emerald Hill Zone in Sonic 2, That is not what it looks like. But I like how the artist was like, "Oh, it's a spike bug. Okay, I'll make it like a car with spikes all over it." Like it does have a spike in the front, but that's like where it doesn't have spikes in the picture. That's kind of funny to me. Also, I guess
honestly,
yeah.
Honestly, looking at the picture, I thought the buggy was just was on a swamp, so it was being eaten alive a little slowly.
I think this picture is also meant for when you trash the buggy, probably. Also, yes, Tails has quite the face here, doesn't he?
His face screams, "This is fine."
Honestly, it looks like he's smiling, but at the same time, he also like, "What is this? Why is this real?"
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Sonic always felt a little funny when he went through a zone gate. Not surprising, really. Jumping from one place to another like that without regard for the laws of nature was bound to make a hedgehog feel a little dizzy. Even if the gate didn't affect him, the stench that hit the two heroes a split second after they were in the chemical plant. Oh, now they know that this is called chemical plant and not just chemical zone. Good work, writer. Was enough to turn your trainers green. Oh, shoes, I get it. More for shoes. I had to think about that for a second. Everywhere they could smell the unmistakably vile Mega Mac. Phew, says Tails. Whiffy! Ahead of them... Those words. Ahead of them, Sonic could see into the familiar tunnels of the chemical plant disappearing into the distance. The plant is a real maze. Which way? Asked Tails, trying to keep the worst of the smell out by pinching his nose tightly. Your guess is as good as mine, replies Sonic. In front of the tunnel branches to the left and to the right. Should they go left or right? Also, if you're wondering, I think the Mega Mac is like that weird purple liquid in Chemical Plant. I guess that's what they mean by that, Mega Mac. There's definitely not water, whatever that is.
As long as it's not GAC, we will be fine.
So left or right? This is a very neutral choice. What do you guys want to do?
Left.
I say right.
Good adventurers go left.
Alright, left it is. We also got to vote on the stream, so...
Yeah.
Oh, 1 second. There we go. Okay. The tunnel slowly curves around to the left. Its gray metal walls covered in a film of Mega Mac. There are even puddles of it on the tunnel floor. Being careful to avoid these, Sonic and Tails slowly walked along, trying to think of anything to take their minds off the awful smell. After a little while, they come to another branch of the tunnel. If you want them to head left, turn to 296. If you'd rather Sonic and Tails follow the right-hand tunnel, turn to 101. So left to right again. Also, you may notice by these page numbers, you can get an idea of how long this book is. While you guys vote, actually, I'm going to actually see exactly how many pages does this book take up. Now, keep in mind, some of those pages are pictures, but I'm actually curious how long it is.
And it's also
it's been voted that it will be less.
Some sections are only a short paragraph,
and
others are longer, so there might be multiple sections on one page.
Well, yeah, Internet Archive totally does have the book. I had a feeling it did. 204 pages. Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Yes, there are multiple sections on one page.
Wait. Multiple. Yeah, so, on that note, then, I would have to say more like 400 pages. Wow. That's a lot of pages, actually. Damn.
That's standard.
A total of, it looks like 200, no, it looks like 300 pages or so? Yeah, 300 or so pages, apparently. Not counting picture pages, I guess. So left or right, guys? Left again. Yeah, we're committing. That's fair.
Yeah. The left has been decided by the stream.
Very soon, this tunnel opens up into a small room. Don't worry, Sheik. I know I haven't let you run a page. We'll do that later. Peach.
I'm not getting any peaches. I will read peaches later. Okay.
It's hard to read peaches. Their text is very small. Most people don't see it. That's why it's so fuzzy. I don't know. Very soon, this tunnel opens up into a small room. Heaped everywhere are dozens of rusting barrels with Macs seeping from their rotten joints. Barrels have joints? Well, I guess the lid might. The stench is so bad that even the air seems heavy. I don't think even Robotnik would have come in here by choice, says Tails, still holding his nose. Should Sonic and Tails explore this room to turn to 260? Or should they leave, turn to 101?
Don't be a bitch, turn to 260.
I mean, we already entered a natural grass leak cave and we were fine, so may as well stick around the room, I imagine, and look around, right?
Maybe if they hang out with the chemicals enough, maybe they can gain even newer powers.
Radioactive noise, perhaps?
Instead of chaos sphere, it's chemical spheres.
So should we explore or leave? What do you guys think?
I choose the don't be a bitch option.
So
Stay.
Okay.
Yeah, explore.
Explore.
What about the stream?
Stream doesn't seem to have any opinions. Does Stream want to have an opinion?
No, I misspelled explore!
Swole.
Explore!
No, I already exploded earlier. So let's get high. Okay.
High on chemical
Or let's
air, why
explore.
not?
Braving the smell.
Yay!
Braving the smell, Sonic tells gingerly explore the dank little room. Roll the die and add the result to Sonic's good looks. Why are we rolling good looks? If the score is 6 or more, turn to 262. If the score is less than 6, turn to 175. Good looks is just 2. So this is.
If your good looks is too high, then you are too fine to get yourself dirty.
Oh no.
We have to
Sonic
roll a 4.
Oh no,
we didn't roll 4. There's no way I'm staying in this place a second longer, says Sonic. I mean, look at the mess! If I'm not careful, I'll get these traitors dirty, or worse. Tails sighs.
Oh,
Okay
no.
then, Sonic, let's get going. Both of them walk out of the storeroom. Sonic's vanity can be a little bit of a pain at times, thinks Tails. Turn to 101.
God damn it, you bitch!
After one scene... Okay, you know what? Chica, you read this page because it's long.
I'm waiting for it to show up.
That was fine.
After what seems like ages, the tunnel opens up into a huge domed room. It's lined with a maze of pipes. The air is filled with hissing and gurgling, and the sound of distant machinery. This is definitely not a nice place. I'm beginning to wonder whether it was such a good idea to come here, says Tails. Sonic looks around and thinks. So far they haven't seen a single sign of the imposter, Sonic, since they entered the plant. If it wasn't for the fact that the buggy has been broken, Sonic would have doubted whether the imposter entity existed at all. Maybe it was just Tails and his imagination. Must have come out this way, Tails! All we had to do is find them. Tails, who is still holding his nose, replies, well, I hope we find this other Sonic soon. I don't think I could stand the smell much longer. Now, since Tails has no pitch, the words sound a little different. Tails meant to say Sonic, but what he actually said was Sonic. We got a new name for the imposter now. We'll call him Sonic.
Yeah, the reason that the bad guy is named Sonic is because Tails said Sonic while pitching his nose. That's the lore. Also, my God, I love the nonsensicalness of this page. Do you notice that, well, the fact that buggy was broken means that Tails must be telling the truth. Otherwise, he could just be like, maybe it's just Tails in his imagination. Yeah, maybe it's just Tails' his imagination. That's why he was tied up on a platform and singed multiple places. Just his imagination.
Listen, we don't know. Tails could be into that stuff.
I mean,
how would he tie himself up, though? How do you do that?
I've seen people do it.
It could also just be Tails gaslighting Sonic to
Must
go
have
on
been the
an
wind.
adventure.
Gaslighting? Oh my God. Alright, the room that they are in is truly enormous, and even after about 10 minutes walking, they still can't see the other side, and all the time the sound of machinery gets louder and louder. I'm not so sure we should be going this way. That noise doesn't sound very friendly, says Tails. Sonic smiles and replies, and how about we go this way then? Sonic points to the ground, very obviously pleased with himself. That's behind the small trapdoor, half hidden under a pile of rags, a little off to the left. Sonic could get annoyed at the way Sonic showed off sometimes, and he was just trying to think of something to say to put his friend in his place, when he spotted the ideal thing. And what about that one you're standing on? Sonic looks down at his feet. Yes, he says after a short pause, or that one! Should I go down the trapdoor under the pile of rags? Turn to 118. Or down the one that Sonic is standing on? Turn to 15. Sorry, maybe you should stand on a trapdoor. Also, hello, X-Conrad. Welcome.
Also, welcome back, Hated.
Welcome back.
Yeah, you saw some things happened.
So should we go under the trapdoor under a pile of rags, or the trapdoor that Sonic is just ominously standing on?
The pile of rags.
Standing here. I picked the standing here because it fits the song.
Standing here. I'm standing here.
Standing here, I realize that you just strike me trying to make history.
Copyright.
The thing I think of whenever somebody starts singing an actual song.
I'm sorry. I'm just in a singing mood today.
Also, was that a vote, Chica, for standing, the one we're standing on, or was that just you singing?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the singing was me.
I love the
standing.
So everyone wants to go on the trapdoor the Sonic is standing on. It's like, okay, all right,
I want to go to the one on the pile of rags, but yeah.
because it's hidden, so it's more important to
It's
my
more
opinion,
hidden,
too.
so it's more
but hey, the
important,
votes it seems like people want to do the one that's obvious. So the trapdoor opens easily to reveal a small spiral staircase leading down into the darkness. The staircase goes down and down, and then down some more, and it gradually starts to get hotter. If Sonic has a torch, turn to 163. We don't have a torch, which I believe means flashlight because this is a British book. If he doesn't have a torch, then roll the die and add the score to Sonic's agility. If the result is 6 or more, turn to 251. If the result is less than 6, turn to 34. Uh-oh,
I actually
agility
hope
roll.
that
I guess
it
we're
didn't.
at least we have a point in it, but
I actually hope that it didn't mean a torch because we're chemicals.
thank gosh, we got it. Okay. 251. Just in time, Sonic sees the missing step and with a skillful spin. Why does he always spin whenever he does anything?
Because it's Sonic.
With a skillful spin, grabs Tails.
It's fascinating how we have managed to avoid every single item so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a lot of items we should be having, but we don't have items. Aside from the zone chip, we have the zone chip, but at the same time
we got the Pringles.
Yeah, at the same time he pulls both himself and his furry friend clear of the huge puddle of mac that was lurking at the bottom of the steps. So cool, says Sonic, and for once Tails just has to agree. It's so cool that you solved the step that was missing. Very cool, very awesome thing to do. A long tunnel stretches into the distance in front of them. Turn to 46. Oh, okay, we have new music. The tunnels here are much smaller than before, and lit only by the eerie glow of the Mac. Sonic and Tails walk cautiously along the narrow raised walkway that stands about 2 meters above the floor of the tunnel. Sonic looks down at his trainers. Ugh! He really will have to do something about them as soon as he gets the chance. Tails doesn't look much better either. Sonic was about to say something when there's a loud clang behind them. Spinning round, Sonic is just quick enough to see a massive steel shutter drop behind them, cutting off their retreat. Both of the little heroes look at each other, then Tails says, What's that? He tilts his head, listening intently. What's what? Replies Sonic. That gurgling noise, answers Tails, his ears swiveling round to pick up the source of the sound. Sonic
Listen,
now
Tails,
well.
it's called Vor.
That's not what happened yet.
Yes! Yes!
The only Vor enemy that I...
Search me, there are lots of strange noises around here. Come on, we gotta get moving. I need to find somewhere to sort out these trainers. Oh, that was Sonic talking. The writer's not very good at making clear who's speaking dialogue. In most of the following sections, you will see a star symbol. Every visit to one of these sections counts as 1 point. If at any time your point score exceeds 20, turn to 288. Write this number down so you'll remember it. The tunnel branches to the left and to the right. If you want them to follow the left tunnel, turn to 239. If you think Sonic and Tails should follow the right one, turn to 188. I believe this is a maze that loops back on itself, and if you get stuck on it too long, bad things happen. Hence the point thing. This is a timer.
Time maze.
So, I assume we're gonna have points add on the screen. So guys, you gotta get us out of this maze before 20 points. So, which way should we go? It might be good if we loop back on previous pages. It might be good to remember what we've already picked too. Keep that in mind.
Sure. I think pick 239. Sure.
The left, but we were doing left a lot earlier, so I guess we stick to it.
We can go right now.
That's 2 votes for right, 2 votes for left then.
Alright, Chica. I think you're the only one. I think you're the tiebreaker.
239!
Actually, I think he was one of the left votes.
I
Again, there's not many people talking around. We only have 1 chat vote and 3 votes for you guys, so it's a tie. So I guess I can break the tie. I'm going to left.
Alright.
Okay, here's our timer. Oh, that's an ominous looking thing right there. The walls of the tunnel form a perfect tube. They are made of some dull grayish metal streaked with horrible smears of dried-on mac. They look a bit like Robotnik's white coat with all its egg stains. Egg. Wait, white coat? Does he wear a white coat? I don't think he wears a white coat. What? Egg stains, you know.
He does have a coat, but that's in Sonic Adventure.
But it's not white. Ugh. After a while, the tunnel branches to two. One tunnel carries straight on, turn to 194. The other curves off to the right, turn to 204. I'm going to challenge the chat.
I am
concerned. Is Eggman negative would be the one with white, or was he more black? I can't remember.
Oh, Eggman Nega was does have a more white color scheme, I think.
Oh yeah,
I know a YouTuber who refuses to say the name of that guy because he thinks that it's going to sound like a bad word.
What makes it funny of that word, as an Hispanic person, the word, the N-word in Spanish could be said, but only because it actually just means black person, or depending if you change one letter, black woman.
I mean, there's some other languages where there's similar words which can be... I've seen some stupid internet Discord about it. Let's not talk about it, though.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about it, though. Okay, Chica, we probably shouldn't put that in the chat just in case, man.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's just black and Spanish.
I know, but Twitch is stupid, okay? So please.
I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair.
Sorry.
Please keep in mind, Twitch, like, public platforms, just be careful, because even if you think it's reasonable, people on it may not. So you gotta be mindful. Yeah, let's not get down that rabbit hole. Now, I would love a vote, though. So, 204, 204, you guys want to go right. Okay, we'll go right.
Alright.
This tunnel looks like the one they have just left. It would be real easy to get lost here. There are two exits out of this part of the complex. Should Sonic & Tails carry straight on? 111? Or should they take a right turn? 272. Obviously, this is a maze, so left or right here? Okay,
left could lead to the right direction.
The tunnel looks a bit more promising. We went left, by the way. The tunnel looks a bit more promising. It's wider than the others, so Tails and Sonic can walk side by side. The gurgling sound continues, and it's fairly obvious that the Mac is gradually getting higher. After about 100 meters, the tunnel opens into a large circular chamber, from which there are 3 tunnels. Where should Sonic and Tails go? To the right, to the left, or straight on?
Straight. I say straight. On the belly is close.
Straight ahead, then. Alright, that's enough straight votes for me.
Listen, I am gay. I can give only as much straight votes as I can.
After what looks like ages, this tunnel emerges at last into a very large room. That sounds promising, like progressive. Its ceiling is so far above their heads that neither Sonic nor Tails can see the top of it. The walkway carries on to the center, where there are no less than 4 possible exits. Where should they go now? North, south, east, or west? Yes, it's getting more complex. There are now 4 choices. So, north, south, east, or west, guys?
I say east.
I say north.
That's a vote for north, another vote for east, another vote for east. Okay. 179, let's go east. Oh my god. Another tunnel! Oh, that's right, I forgot! That's extremely nice of the... We select the option where if you see the same page a second time, it marks it yellow. If you've already picked something. So that's actually very nice. So it actually maybe will help us here. Another tunnel, another fork at the end of it. This place is such a maze. Tails looks down at the Mac. It's a good deal higher than the last time you looked. If you get more than 20 points, turn to 288. In which direction should Tails and Sonic now go? Should we go left or should we go straight?
I see the timer is at 5.
Yeah, we're doing okay, but we'll see. I don't know how long this is. Left or straight, guys?
So far, left has led to victory, so I take it left.
Left.
That's 2 votes for left, 1 for straight. Okay, left it is. Sarah, are you good?
Yeah.
Oh, just checking. Just checking. I was worried if your mic died again. Okay. Just making sure. Uh-oh, this is a bad choice. Look, we're back at a repeat choice here. Left or right?
Say left, because wait, no. I actually don't know.
Whatever we picked last time for this particular section would probably be good to pick again to get back to all those other options.
I guess
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I think we picked 111 last time.
111 was the one that was showing up from our previous option.
Oh, that's true. So
I guess go left.
Do we want to go back to 111 then, or were we done with the options on the previous page? Okay.
We just took the other last option, so I guess back to 2-4.
Okay, 111. All right, so we want to do 272 to the right. Another fork. So basically, this maze, by the way, is designed to make the kids play the book try to remember. Like, oh wait, I went to that page already, right? So we have a bit of a boon here because it's actually marketed. It is actually kind of confusing, right? So we're gonna go right this time, or do we want to go? Do we want to go right?
Let's go right.
Because there is an option we picked before that leads back to all those forks. Remember? But I don't remember where it was. I believe when we were at 4 options. I think we were actually like 1 away from winning. So we kind of want to go back there, but we can also do 13. All right, we'll do 13. The walls of the walls of the tunnel form a perfect tube, made of some dull grayish metal, streaked with horrible smears of dread on Mac. Look a bit. Okay, this is the same dialogue. I think we've been here. Well, we haven't been here before. It's just a copied page, I guess. Straight or left?
Looking at Sonic, it's like, oh my god, he's so done with this already.
There may be an option. There may be a reason to repeat options, but I don't know.
I mean, if we go to that one, maybe we could go back to that one option where the 111 was when it was first shown to be repeated.
I did 125. No sooner is the last checker disappeared behind them than another beers before the brave heroes. We're in a loop, so we need to get back to the forks, where we have a whole bunch of forks.
Yeah.
We need somebody to remember how to get back there.
I wasn't paying attention at numbers because I was more paying attention to the story.
We need to pick a yellow number to get back there, though. That's the thing. And now we have nothing but yellow numbers, I think.
Alright, then let's go 11, 10,
111.
11.
Weren't we at 111 just a moment ago? Are you sure? Okay. Yeah, that does give us... Okay, so, yeah, we were here. So what do we want to pick here to get back to the 4 branch? Remember?
I think no, not 13.
Didn't we go straight for the 4 branch?
I think we went straight.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. So, okay, there we are. 21 is the winning page there. All right. Blackjack.
Hey.
So this brings us to a choice. Do we want to go south or do we want to go west?
West, south.
Because, just to show you guys, these are both white numbers.
Let's go west.
West!
West? Okay. Uh-oh. That was a bad choice. Hedgehog, even a blue one, could very easily go mad in a place like this. Soon Sonic and Tails find themselves at another junction. Checking their points. If it's more than 20, turn to 8. We're getting kind of high now. How do we get back to 21 quickly? We need to either go 125 or 272. So
272, I say.
How do we get back to 21 quickly? Because we want to get back to that page. Where we can select 21. So... 125? I think?
For D&D, this is definitely different.
Yeah, 125.
225.
111. 21. There. And now I can pick south, 240. Abruptly, Sonic and Tails find themselves standing at a T-junction. Should they go left, turn to 100, or right, turn to 276? Not left. We've been there.
Right.
276.
Right.
Oh, no! The macro is very bright in this tunnel, but being able to see more doesn't really help. Up ahead, there's another choice. We have been into both of these.
Pick 100 because we already picked 272.
Good point. 100 it is. All right. I think we've lost. 125. It's too late.
Oh my God.
It's too late. It's too late.
This place is gonna...
Oh, wait! We had 21, but...
Oh!
204? The
Wait.
total looks like the one they have just left. Yeah, it's 204. No, we lost. It's making us go to 288 because we lost. Oh dear, the
Yeah.
level of the map is now so high that it's beginning to lap around the feet of the intrepid heroes. Each extra point you get will now destroy one ring of Sonic stuff. If you haven't got out of the maze by the time all the rings have been destroyed, you must turn 25! Uh-oh. We don't have rings.
Yeah.
We're fucked. Yeah, we're fucked.
D&D leads to death.
This is getting heavy. Sonic and Tails are still trapped in the maze, all the rings are gone too. Go back to the maze, carry on. For each 5 points you get from now on, removes one of Sonic's lives. If you're still in the maze, and Sonic has no lives left, you must turn to 231. Write this number down so you don't forget it. Guys, we gotta pick the right number.
I don't know, man.
We need to find it. We need to go back to a page where it has an option we haven't picked. I thought the 4 fork would totally be the right path, but I guess that was a red herring, actually. So, 13.
Honestly, if Eggman was like the only way to defeat Sonic is with these kinds of things.
272. 21.
We're already
and then
13 and
God, fuck no. 111. See, this is like impossible, man. So okay. I bet you have to pick one of these forks and then take a different path, but I don't know. 179. There it is. Found the fucking thing. I think.
Yay.
Straight on to 10. I lost 2 lives now. Sonic and Tails have been in the maze for ages now. The max getting dangerous close to their feet, and they still know the way out. Should they follow the main tunnel or go to the smaller tunnel? Main tunnel. Slowly the tunnel gets wider and wider as they begin to climb uphill. The level of the map begins to drop as they climb. Finally, they turn one more corner of the tunnel, come face to face with a huge archway. I know this place, exclaims Sonic. The gate to the quiet ruin isn't far from here. We made it, Tails. Through the archway, they can almost smell the fresh air already. Turn to 42. We got out, but oh my god, at what cost? Holy shit. We have no lives. We have 1 life left. That's it.
At the cost of our own stupidity, really.
Barely got out alive. Holy shit. So that's a fun section.
Well, at least we only lost 2 lives.
Sonic definitely knows where he is now. Through the archway they find... I hate that you guys picked the trapdoor under Sonic's feet now. Through the archway, they really should have picked the reg one. It was secret. Through the archway, they find themselves in a wide, low corridor. The walls are still made of the same dull metal, but there's no map, and everywhere is brightly lit by neon lights in the ceiling. I don't remember a Clock Ruins don't have neon lights, but okay. Alright, Sonic points towards the end of the corridor. All we gotta do is get to the end, go through a little door on the right, and we'll be at the gate, he says. He and Tails set off, deeply relieved to be out of the maze. Oh, I think they're still at the plant, technically. Up ahead, the corridor bends sharply to the left. Just around that court, Sonic suddenly falls silent, hearing voices approaching. Turn to 148. There are 2 voices. One is deep and metallic, and the other, well, it seems familiar to Sonic, but we can't quite place it. Crouching just out of sight around the corner, the heroes are unable to see who is speaking. Sonic, that voice, says Tails, his own voice quivering, slightly frightened of what he is about to tell Sonic. Sounds just like... He pauses. Like you! What will our brave friends do? Should they wait and listen to what is being said? Turn to 255. Or should they rush around the corner and confront the mysterious pair? Turn to 58. Should we listen or attack?
Wait.
Hello, Floopy.
Let's listen.
Listen or attack, guys. What do you think?
Hold on. Wait.
Thank you, Zenchar. Appreciate it.
Tails hears a deep and metallic voice and goes, "That sounds like you, Sonic."
Metal
I presume
Sonic.
it's like, oh, it sounds like you, but more metallic, basically, is what that means. But, given our 1 life, I feel like we should stealth this, but, you know. Okay,
I'd say stealth it.
Alright, here we go. Oh, here's a Sonic. There's Sonic himself. So, now I have you, at last, says the deep metallic voice. It will be a great pleasure to see you in my web. You're so uncool, Nick Grabber. You know what, don't you? You know that, don't you? Replies the other voice, which does sound very like Sonic's own. Think I shall make you a small piece cooler, my friend. What does that mean? Grrr! The metallic voice is cut short by a huge crash. Turn to 19. Unable to control his natural curiosity, Sonic darts around the corner. Great. To see what's going on. Closely followed by Tails. They come face to face with Grabber, the zone's resident steel spider, and a real hard case. That's the spider that grabs you at Chemical Plant. He's lying on his back, all 8 metal legs flailing in the air. Above him is a blue blur. The blur, moving at fantastic speed, spins through the air and lands with a mighty thump on Grabber's head, sending sparks and bits of metal flying in all directions. Outstanding, Sonic says aloud. I'm glad you think so, says the blue hedgehog, now standing on the shattered remains of the grabber. That's him! That's the one that attacked me, exclaims Tails. Well, Sonic and Tails attack Sonic, turn to 123. Or will they wait to see what happens? Turn 18. Attack or... wait. All Sonic has done so far is compliment his doppelganger for attacking a spider. I mean, it sounds like by touch, Sonic is dangerous, so... I
mean, if he explodes by just touch, then that should... either he leaves explosions of his own spikes, or machine spikes, or just simply explodes by touch. Sure, we only have one.
We should pick 18, is what you're saying.
Yeah! Yeah!
He charged him about you want me to pick 123. Sorry, there's 2 votes for 18. Unless the rest of the chat wants to be reckless too, of course. Go ahead, rest of the chat. What do you think?
Alright.
Okay. I think caution is not being thrown to the wind this time. We'll pick 18 and wait.
As much as I wanted to throw caution to the wind after losing 2 lives, let's just see if it costs us our life by just watching.
It's possible. Face to face with a mirror image of himself, Sonic is quite literally dumbstruck. Which, let's face it, doesn't happen very often. It was Sonic who broke the silence first. So you're the one I was made to look like, he says, then pauses. I think I'm an improvement, don't you? Sonic's mouth falls open, unable to believe that anyone would have the check to speak to him like this. Sonic continues. Soon I'll have enough rings to reach the ring zone. The ring zone.
A ring zone?
I think that's the place you get rings at, though. He raises a finger and points it straight at Sonic. Then you'll get yours. With that, he launches into an enormous spin that sends him over Sonic's head, past the hovering Tails, and he is gone. By the time Sonic has recovered his balance, there's no sign of Sonic. Now you've seen him too, says Tails. Thank you, Tails, for stating the obvious. Yes, says Sonic. After a while, he turns to look at Tails straight in the eye, and next time, I'll be the one doing the talking. Okay, sure. Next time, I'll be the one doing a diplomacy check. Turn to 209. Neither Sonic nor Tails knows what to make of all this. The only thing that's for sure is that Sonic has to be stopped. Though how they are going to do it remains to be seen. Through the gate to Aquatic Ruin, the sea breeze hits them like a breath of fresh air. Or, sea... I don't think Aquatic Ruin was in a jungle? It's not seaside? Okay, whatever, though. Or rather, it should have done. Instead, all they could smell was oil. Looks like the oil ocean to me, Sonic. I thought you said this was going to be the Aquatic Ruin, says Tails. Well, it should be, replies the rather puzzled Sonic. In front of them stretches the coastline, usually lapped by brilliant blue seas. Today the sea has turned black like oil. Looks like oil, smells like oil, says Tails, bending down to dip a paw into the edge of the sea. And it feels like oil, too! Okay, so it's oil, says Sonic, a little irritated. The normal route down to the submerged city lies straight in front of them. About 100 meters over to the right, a small sailing boat lies on the beach. Will Sonic and Tails go by the normal route, turn to 99, or will they try the boat, turn to 206?
Tails.
I think we're being asked if... Okay, so I don't know if we're being asked to wade into the
why
oil.
Why the fuck would you taste it?
He didn't taste it, he just dipped his paw into it, but it's still kind of, like, I wouldn't touch it either. Like, no. Like, he does have a glove at least, right? I'm thinking the boat, but is it a trap? I don't know. What do you guys think? Boat or just walk into the oil, I guess? Or just, maybe an oversea route, I don't know.
Let's be honest, if it's oil, there's a good chance that if we could have gained the item, like the fire thing that lets you walk around it, that turns out on fire or something like that, maybe we could have been able to.
Boat it is.
Yeah,
small sailing boat has been left dumped on the beach for some reason. Nothing seems to be wrong for first impressions, but both the heroes are a little wary all the same. You know anything about boats? Tails asks Sonic. Yes, of course, replies Sonic, who knew they floated and hoped that was enough. Sonic is like, I know they float. I'm very expert on boat. Together they push the boat into the glooping mess that was now the ocean. See, says Sonic as they both climb aboard. No problem! The boat starts to move out to sea, even though there was no breeze in this small sail. Turn to 69. Nice. Uh-oh. The little boat bobs its way quite happily across the sea, apparently just as good at floating on oil as in water. Neither Sonic nor Tails has any idea how long the voyage is going to take. The Aquatic Ruin is huge, and it always took Sonic and Tails ages to get through the normal way. Sonic is pondering this problem when the sea suddenly bursts into a fountain right in front of the boat. A split second later is followed by a sleek silver shape The shape makes straight for the boat, a huge mouth opening to reveal row upon row of sharp teeth. In an instant, the boat is hit, and the prow becomes a radically different shape. Chop, chop! Exclaims Tails for some reason. Yes, thank you, Tails. Should Sonic and Tails stay and fight Chop Chop? Oh, that's the name of it. Chop Chop! Turn to 193. Or should they try and sail the boat away? Turn to 279. I don't feel like sailing away would be very efficient.
See you, fair.
Especially considering that the prow is already a radically different shape. But, you know. What do you guys think?
Sorry, I could not hear a thing you said because it's one of those trucks that like to they add those kinds of music that people like to just come over randomly, just blasting music to folks. They'll just pass by again.
It's okay. You are aware that I'm reading things on a screen. You can just look.
Yeah, no, it's just that
okay. It's okay. You couldn't hear me. In other words.
Yeah, that's why I said I cannot hear you. Also, my screen on my phone was frozen, and I need to solve that too.
Fine.
So I could not.
So
I could not.
What I said was, should we fight them or should we try to sail the boat away? We don't have any lives or rings, but also I don't know if we can really sail the boat away for this thing. What do you guys think we should do? Especially because the boat's already damaged, apparently. So,
I mean, at that point, it can become a hazard in itself. So why not sell it?
I feel like we have to fight in this situation. What do you guys think?
You know what? Let's fight it. If we die, we start all over. Then we at least know what that round leads.
Also, oh my god, Tails' face again.
He's not even looking at the situation. Abandoned ship. I assume that means fight. Chop Chop. I assume that's a vote for fight. Let's fight. Okay. Sonic and Tails attack Chop Chop. Chop Chop's fighting score is at 6. If you're unsure what to do, look back at the beginning of the book for instructions. If Sonic is hit by Chop Chop, turn to 166. If Sonic and Tails win the fight, turn to 52. Choose an ability to use. I actually could pick Forbidden ability. Well, I feel like speed is the definite pick here then. So, fighting score of 6. Okay, we just have to get like a 2, right?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't think we should use our cool gun yet.
We have 5 for speed. We have a goal of 6. I think we automatically win this because Tails gives us 3. Speed gives us 5, and yeah, we're good. We're very good. Wait, what was that score we got? Because now there's a goal of 11. We got 11? This is 11 too. Okay, so this.
So they have to beat you.
So 6 plus. If it gets a 6, it beats me. Oh, I got 2. Good. Sonic's turn to fight. Okay, again. That's really high.
Oh, you depleted HP.
I managed to survive its attack, and I managed to hit it. I think I beat it up. I think it took 2 hits or something. Hello, Sonic Knuckles 2. Hello, Sonic Knuckles 2. You're a pretty appropriate name.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
I think we won. It was not easy seeing off Chop Chop, the deck of the small boat not being the ideal place from which to fight. The boat hasn't fared so well, unfortunately, now with several holes in it. Hope we find somewhere to land soon, says Tails, looking at the battered hull. What about that small island over there, replies Sonic. Tails strains his eyes, and sure enough, there is an island. Well, at least luck's on our side today, whispers Tails to himself. Turn to 40. The small sandy island looms on the horizon. In no time, the brave duo are only 100 or so meters away. If Sonic and Tails are still the small boat, then turn to 137. If the boat is sunk already, turn to 273. Fortunately, we are still in the boat, even though it's not doing well. They have just reached the island in time, or have they? A few meters from the shore, the boat finally calls it a day and starts to sink. Tails starts to hover and will reach the island without any difficulty. Sonic, however, must jump, and it's a long way. Roll the die and add the result to Sonic's agility. If the score is greater or equal to or greater than 7, turn to 33. If the score is less than 7, turn to 238. Well, we have we have some agility. We need to get a 4, though. Uh-oh, we didn't get a 4. Uh-oh. Despite a massive effort by Sonic, it tumbles into the oil just millimeters from the shore. The oil is only shallow, but the splash covers him in the stuff from head to foot. Subtract 1 point from Sonic's good looks. Turn to 128. Oh no, our points. We have terrible looks now. Alright.
We look ugly!
To be fair, we never looked pretty in the first place.
True.
Yeah.
True,
That's
we look
a dismal score now, though. I guess it's better than dying.
I was completely honest, this design of Sonic is my least favorite Sonic design, and that's also counting Boom Sonic, I'll
I
take Sonic,
agree.
which I find more appealing.
I don't think this looks
At
that
least we
unusual.
don't look
it looks
eggy.
it looks pretty accurate to the classic box art. I don't really know what the problem is personally, but
I mostly mean the beginning art, where it shows Sonic with the one spike shown being feeling disconnected to his head.
I didn't even
At
pay
least I
attention to how he looked on that page, actually, so I'd have to look at it again. But pleasant as it is, Sonic and Tails are still trapped on the island and still need to find a way off of it fairly quickly. There are two paths leading away from the beach. Should Sonic and Tails follow the path to the west or the one to the east?
East.
At least we don't look
East.
eggy, perhaps.
Looking eggy is never good.
When we hit a -1, then we look eggy.
Oh, so Sonic Knuckles, we are doing well enough today. We're playing this adventure book that have been digitized for us. It's very cool.
Best time.
West or east? What do you guys think?
East.
East.
Okay, east it is. The sandy path leads into the jungle, running beneath huge palm trees. This is the sort of place that coconuts would like to hang out in, and both of them keep a wary eye on the treetops. They are so intent looking above them that the first either knew of the treasure chest was when Tails walked straight into it with a thump. Ow, says Tails. Sonic looks at the large wooden chest that stands right in the middle of the pathway. Now, who would want to put a treasure chest in such an obvious place? Perhaps they dropped it, says Tails, rubbing his leg. Or, says Sonic, they, whoever they are, want us to find it. Should Sonic open the chest to see what's inside it? Or should he leave it where it is?
Grab it.
It's a risk, but also we need items. We need something.
Yeah, I say grab it. Why not? I mean, it could explode.
Could explode.
But it's a chance I'm willing to take with
Why
one.
do you want to open
I
Ireland?
opened-
What do you want to open
I
Ireland?
accidentally misspelled open to Ireland!
What? How the fuck does that happen?
Autocorrect!
Autocorrect is fucking weird. Ireland! Okay, I have to pick the Ireland option, honestly, at this point.
I mean, I literally tried to type green at one point, but autocorrect to spleens.
Since this was the Ireland option, I expected potatoes, but I actually got 10 rings. Lean forward, Sonic gingerly reaches out with a paw and tries the lid off the chest. It's not locked. Here we go then, says Sonic, and with a flick of the wrist, the lid is open. Peering inside, they can see gold. 10 rings to be precise. Add these to Sonic's stuff, and then turn to 80. Well, that's good.
Well, let's see how fast we waste these ones.
Here we are, in a nice little cabin area. After another short walk, the pathway opens to a large clearing in the jungle. In the middle is a small hut made of twigs, leaves, and other bits and pieces from the forest. From the small chimney comes a thin wisp of white smoke. There must be someone at home. Should Sonic and Tails go and see who lives in the hut? Turn to 73. Or should they carry on looking for some way off the island? Turn to 266. Well, they might help. Should we visit? Or should we not visit?
Break and enter!
I said visiting doesn't necessarily involve entry, but that's a forceful type of visit. My goodness.
I mean, let's try. Let's see if we waste the 10 thing rings in this immediately.
They just shoot you.
What do you guys think, viewers? What should we do? The
Should
Secrets
we
of Vince is
visit
so
the
nonsensical, it's really a sad of the hut. Well, to be fair, game books can be nonsensical because sometimes they use the same sections in different paths. So, like, all of a sudden, like, it just sounds weird. Like, wait, that didn't happen. Like, so, if they're well written, they don't do that. But a lot of them were kind of put together for kids. So, all right, 73 then. Also, Sheikah, stop saying in voice, I vote this, and then also type in the chat, I vote this, because I keep having to, like, double take and realize that you're basically voting twice and I shouldn't count it twice. Like, stop doing that.
I am sorry.
It's like you try to trick me. Alright, let us enter. Oh, we did break it in. We just, like, straight up entered. We just straight up entered. Okay. The inside of the hut is very dim. And although Sonic and Tails strain their eyes, they cannot see very far inside. But they can hear something breathing and moving about, raising his paw. Sonic... Oh, wait, we didn't actually break and enter. Okay. Well, I guess we looked through a window or something. Raising his paw, Sonic knocks politely on the door. Who is it? Splutters a voice from inside. It was the muffled voice of a person with a cold. Sonic! And sharp nudge in the ribs reminds Sonic to say, and Tails, of course. Tails, my goodness. Come in, then, says the voice. It takes a few seconds for their eyes to get used to the darkness of the hut, but then Sonic and Tails can see a small, homely room. Sitting in a well-stuffed armchair is the owner of the hut. Turn to 91. Who is this? Oh my god, what is wrong with your eyes? Hi, I'm Whiffy. Pleased to meet you, the furry black and white creature says, holding out a paw towards Sonic. Hello, replies Sonic. I heard a lot about you, says Whiffy. I used to live in Green Hills a few years ago, but being a skunk doesn't tend to make you very popular, so I came to live here. Whiffy, my goodness.
Jesus, goes, what the fuck are you?
You know, I know we make fun of Sonic's, like, singular eye, but I think that still looks better than whatever's going on here. He has an eye, he has a disease where his eye progressively eats his face. It's a real shame.
It's such an eyesore.
Why is this guy Generations? Whiffy goes on to tell Sonic and Tails that he has seen lots of Robotnik's badniks around lately, and that they seem to be looking for something, though unfortunately he doesn't know what. After a long chat, Whiffy gives Sonic a map. This will show you how to the way to a speedboat that's moored on the other side of the island. There are even instructions on how to drive it on the other side of the map. That's very convenient. Just as Sonic and Tails are about to leave, Whiffy says, "Oh, one more thing. Take this. It might come in useful sometime." He hands over a small brown bottle with a cork jammed tightly in it. Add this to Sonic's stuff and turn to 28. We have a bottle of Whiffy liquid. I don't want to know what that means, given this guy's name is Whiffy. Oh no!
I'm getting tired. I'm going to step away for now.
Good night, Syria.
Good night, Syria.
Good night.
Sleep well.
Have fun reading.
Thank you. What is this song? Some of these songs I don't actually recognize. They're very Genesis-y, though. Following Whiffy's well-drawn map, our heroes have no trouble finding the secret little cove, and sure enough, tied up against one side is a sleek and powerful speedboat. Following the rest of Whiffy's instructions, actually, is this Final Fight? This might be Final Fight. The pair set off eastwards. Compared to the sailing boat, this one zooms along like the wind. Oh, this is Final Fight. Or is this... Or Streets of Rage.
183, 183, 183, 183!
One or the other. We'll be there in no time at this rate, shouts Tails, straining to make his voice heard above the roar of the boat's engines, much like Chica's straining to make her voice heard before I finish reading the freaking page. Above them, the sky is a perfect blue, except for an odd little gray cloud. Sonic looks at it, saying about the cloud, was it quite right? Will Sonic take the speedboat to look at the cloud, turn to 142, or will we head to Casino Zone, turn to 183? We do kind of need rings, but this sounds like a good place to lose rings, probably. I just realized the skunk page has a giant fucking... Look at that fucking can of air freshener. Aerosol. It's as big as the sink that's presumably on that countertop. That's a fucking massive...
Because it's a skunk!
He's a skunk. He's really stinky, you know? Like... So yeah, do you guys want to look at the cloud or head towards Casino Zone? What do you think?
Let's go to the casino.
So... Oh, what was that, Xerix?
Casino Zone. Casino.
That seems to be 2 votes for Casino Zone and 1 for Cloud. Alright, then. Also, streamgoers, I will always take more votes, but I'm also going to keep the pace going, so do go ahead and drop a number down if you feel like you want to pick a number.
You keep in mind, Sharon, sometimes people can have like a 10 to 20 second delay at times.
Yeah, well, what I was going to say is that while I'm reading, if you've already looked at the option and want to pick a number, feel free to display the number early. That's fine too. Just as long as you're not speaking over me like she just express.
I'm sorry.
Well, here's the thing though, Zedjar. If we have 20 rings, we can use the zone chip and stuff too. 183. Okay. Crashing the boat into gear. That sounds dangerous. Sonic speeds away from the hover ship, but in a few seconds it is up above him once more. I guess the cloud was a hover ship. Stop! Booms out the voice, and the boat is engulfed in a strange green beam. A split second later, the engine dies and the boat judders to a halt. Turn to 24. I've been looking for you. You must get back to the Metropolis Zone and help with the cloning. Booms out the voice. Roll the die twice and add the score to Sonic's quick wits. If the result is 7 or more,
let us gamble.
Turn to 277. If the result is less than 7, turn to 43. Well, we do have good quick wits, so... Alright, so... So wait, hold. Roll the dice twice and add the results. If the result is 7 or more, that sounds pretty easy, so... We got a 4 with quick wits, a 2 with... Okay, we're good, but my goodness. And a 4. Okay, we got it. Okay, so...
Dude!
Okay, okay, so here's a ship. Alright then. Quick as a flash, Sonic realizes that Robotnik has mistaken him for the evil Sonic. Pushing Tails down out of sight, he replies, I am sorry, Master. I'll make my way right there now. Make sure you do. I have important business elsewhere to attend to. When I return, you had better be there. Also try to keep out of sight. You've already done far too much damage, especially to the aquatic zone. Sorry, Master. I got carried away, says Sonic. That's as may be, but I shall have to put it right now, the voice pauses. Don't worry, your time will come soon. The voice tries to sound friendly. Now off to the Metropolis Zone, and quickly! With that, the hover ship zooms off. Sonic sits up and looks aside. Metropolis Zone, he says, rather confused. Yes, as quick as we can, replies Sonic. Also, wise Tails, if you never mind! We hit Tails. We knocked them, we, like, pushed them down, I guess. Wait, it's not that... No, it is a speedboat. Okay, they got that right. However, the engine kind of got stopped, so... Alright, then. Tails sees the gate to the casino zone first and points it out to Sonic. The glaring neon signs above are a very welcome sight. Without slowing down at all, Sonic aims the boat straight at the gate. We're going to crash! Screams Tails. No, we're not! Shouts Sonic. And a split second before they can reach the gate, Sonic grabs Tails and goes into a spin that carries both him and his furry friend flying through the gate. Turn to 226. Okay, Sonic, why did you decide that you sort of, like, land crash the boat and, like, do an action scene? Like, that was unnecessary, but okay.
It's not Sonic if he doesn't make it exciting for himself.
He wants to show off so much so that he's willing to risk his friends.
Sonic and
They
Tails,
make it hurt.
Sonic and Tails fly through the gate and land in an undignified heap. Looking around, they see they have indeed arrived in the casino. It is lit up by multicolored lights, and there are signs all over the place showing the way to various attractions. You know, Tails, says Sonic, I've always quite liked this place. Come on, let's have a look around. And with that, Sonic is off, leaving the still dazed Tails to hurry after him. After a few seconds, Sonic spots a large fruit machine against the wall. Will Sonic go and play it? Turn to 171. Or will he ignore it? Turn to 66. One-armed bandit, yes or no?
Get the bandit.
Gotta live that Vegas life, huh? Okay, then.
Yes.
Yeah, Sonic spots a large fruit machine again on the wall. I say 171. Yeah.
The fruit machine is lit up like a Christmas tree, and Sonic becomes mesmerized by it. Each game costs 1 ring, and Sonic cannot resist the temptation. Roll the die twice. If the result adds up to 4 or less, turn to 84. If the result adds up to 5 or more, turn to 199. Remember to subtract 1 ring from Sonic's stuff. This is just a pure dice roll, so...
Gambling.
Let's go gambling!
Wait, 84. The fruit... Wait! Oh, a low roll was good! The fruit machine whirs into action, and Sonic and Tails stare at it. A winner! Roll the die twice and add the scores together. This is probably to trick kids that are like, oh, I'll just pick the high result. Aha! You got tricked, kid. It was actually the low result you wanted. Okay, so... Roll the die twice and add the scores together. This is the number of rings that the fruit machine pays out. Add these to Sonic stuff. Okay, let's see. We got 4 rings. Okay. If you want Sonic to play the fruit machine game, turn to 171. If you think you should stop wasting time, turn to 66. What do you think?
Let's stop wasting time. We don't have to spend all the coins. Besides, we lose all coins if we're hit once. So it may not matter.
That's true. Though, if we have 20, we can use the zone thing if we have Tails with us. So it might be worth 20.
I guess that's true.
No. You still have the option to use it just on Sonic.
That's true. We couldn't bring... But bringing Tails back with us might be a good idea. He is useful for our rolls, after all.
Fair.
Let's gamble one more time. See how things go.
Sure.
Oh, wow. We already failed. There's only 1 ring, to be fair. The fruit machine whirs in action. Sonic and Tails are staring at it. Sonic loses. Let's keep rolling for at least a little longer.
We're just gonna go back to 10 eventually.
I'll do one last shot.
Wow!
I have rolled a 6 on each of these 3 rolls, which automatically makes me fail because the goal is 5. That's okay. Well, Sonic calls fallacy. Let's keep going. There we go. We won that time. All right.
I
want to point out we have a chance. If we win, we get more than 1 ring. So there's always a profit of some sort if we win. 2, 4,
gambling. Karen's biggest weakness.
1,
And
4.
mine.
Oh, that's rude. 3, 5. 6. Fuck you. Fuck you, 6 again. There we go. Won that one. Give me lots. Give me lots. Okay, that's not too bad. 15. We have the highest number so far. I was working out for me. Just high enough to fail. Damn.
Oh, yeah, but Tucker.
Oh yeah, Jerem, your Tucker evolved. He's very cute.
That's Vegas, baby.
It was a break from the start.
I'm still playing. Yay! I'm getting that 20. Whoa! What the fuck's that roll?
18. Wow.
Shut up.
Listen, this is just how casinos get your money.
Yay! I won again. All right.
The highest you reach
21.
is 18.
We did it. I'm moving on. I just wanted to have enough for that.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind, I can actually use the zone chip, I think, anytime. And I can now use it on both of them because I have enough, so. Let's move on.
Yay.
I think you should stop wasting time. Turn to 66. Wait, this is 97.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh. So I think something glitched. I went to somewhere else I wasn't supposed to. I found a glitch for the game. Also, I'm playing again, I guess.
Oh my god, hi, Eggman!
Hello, Wolf.
Oh,
so
there's a
glitch.
glitch. At your crotch.
There's a glitch. There's a glitch here. If I win, it tells me the wrong page number. So actually, I'm gonna just let's ignore 97. All right, let's just turn to 66 manually. Okay, so this is where we're supposed to be. Okay, I'm glad I have the turn to section. So leaving the fruit machine behind, Sonic and Tails walk further into the casino. Surprisingly, the place is deserted. Usually, the casino is bustling with creatures from all over Mobius who come to play the games. Let's go look at the pinball machines, says Sonic. They're cool. The casino was famous for its pinball machines, so even Robotic had to admit that they had been a bit of a pain when Robotic had to go at them. But that was all in the past. Alright then, says Tails, but just a quick look. Sonic's already charging off towards the pinball hall before Tails finishes speaking. Turn to 113. Sonic races around the corner and screeches to a halt. Standing in front of the ornate entrance to the pinball hall is a giant of a man dressed in a bright red uniform. Now we've got up. Now it's the right picture. He must be nearly 3 meters tall. He's pacing backwards and forwards, muttering something to himself and carrying a nasty-looking wooden club. He does not look happy. Tails is caught up with Sonic. The man has not seen either of them, but unfortunately he's blocking the entrance. Who will go and speak to the man with a club, Sonic or Tails?
I don't like the view we have, the crotch view.
He's very tall. Low-angle view. Here you go. It's quite a view, though.
Honestly, I didn't notice the Eggman face or whatever the face this dude has. I just thought that I was staring at a ball.
This is not IDW Sonic, this is not Fleetway Sonic, this is not Archie Comics Sonic, this is just the Sonic Gamebook series Sonic. So
you know, if it was Fleetway, if Sonic has their eyes very screwed up, and
you know,
yellow.
it was Fleetway if he just abused Tails at every possible moment. Because like, what the fuck is wrong with Sonic in that version? Like, seriously.
I think it was because of the culture where it was actually introduced, where bullying is actually typical in children's books.
I guess so. So should we have Sonic or Tails? Tails was a vote for Zedjar. Anybody else have any votes?
Tails.
Tails.
Okay.
Let's trust the child to talk.
Okay, let's see here. Yeah, that seems. Yeah,
Isn't Tails like a 6-year-old?
Sonic is like, Tails, this person is very scary. You deal with it. Tails walks around the corner, not knowing exactly what he's going to say. The man with the club sees him. It's too late to turn back now. Ah, the man says. What a pleasure it is to welcome a new customer. Tell me, sir, this is your first visit to the casino. Tails is quite taken aback by this. I'm afraid we've had a little trouble with vandals recently, but I'm sure, sir, we'll still have a good time. What trouble might that have been? Asked Tails innocently. The man tells Tails, at great length, how the great Sonic the Hedgehog has just smashed up his lovely casino. The man is no less a person than the casino's commissionaire. Tails is now faced with a problem. Will he tell the commissionaire about Sonic, who must be the one who has smashed up the casino, or not? Tails, being Tails, tells him. I like how there wasn't a choice, because we're not playing as Tails. And
oh my god, us! Also, Tails being Tails, Tails him.
Tells him out. Seashells by the seashore, by the way. After what seems like ages, manages to convince him that the real Sonic will try and put things right for him. Turn to 2. Okay, cool. I guess it worked out. The commissionaire explains the Sonic has ransacked most of the casino and scared away all of his customers. All the damage must be put right and quickly. We have new things on the screen, by the way. If Sonic and Tails will help him, then the commissionaire will be pleased to return the favor. To help them, he gives them 50 credits. Make a note of them in Sonic stuff. While Sonic and Tails are in the casino, these can be used just like rings. Unfortunately, though, they are worthless anywhere else. Now turn to 274. Now, what were you saying, Sarah?
Damn it!
Go ahead, Chica first.
No, I was just saying, damn it.
Yeah, I was just saying this. Just putting Tails in front of it was definitely a good move. Because if it was Sonic, it's like, oh, you came right back to us, eh?
Yeah, probably would have been a fight. The commissioner stands aside, allowing our heroes to enter the pinball hall. In the casino, pinball is far more than simply a table with a still ball rolling in it. Here, the player is the ball. The worst damage is in the big table, says the commissioner. All the traps are deadly now, so be very careful. Taking the man's advice, Sonic and Tails climb into the entrance to the machine. Good luck, shouts the commissioner. I'll soon meet you at the other end. Sonic looks up at the seat ramp, along which both he and Tails will soon be catapulted. Here we go then, let's roll, he says, reaching up towards the start button. How hard will Sonic press the button? Softly, fairly hard, or hard?
Knowing Sonic, he picks if it was a difficulty thing, he'd pick hard, but honestly
280.
I'd say 280, yeah.
Fairly hard then? Okay.
Fairly hard.
Fairly hard,
Like,
alright.
just in the middle.
To be fair, Sonic is not that strong for us right now.
Sonic reaches over and presses the large red button marked start. He gives a fairly hard push. There's a click, then a rumble behind them. Suddenly there's a loud whoosh, and a blast of air catches Tails and Sonic. It carries them up the ramp towards the start of the game. It's a lot gentler than the old spring, yells Sonic, though judging from Tails' expression, he's not convinced. After a couple seconds, the wind starts to fade away and our heroes slow down as the top of the ramp approaches. Just when it seems like they aren't going to make it, the ramp curves back on itself, and they find themselves falling. Turn to 17. Sonic's touch on the start button was perfection. Good pick. Our heroes have rolled onto the table at just the right speed. They glide perfectly through a bonus zone. We haven't even used the bumper. We haven't even used the flippers yet, and we've already entered the
Whoa!
bonus zone. Nice.
We get 10 rings.
10 rings appear from thin air and tumble onto the platform beneath the bonus. Add them to Sonic's stuff. A split-second layer of Sonic and Tails touch down as well. Cool, says Tails. No, mega cool, corrects Sonic. Of course. From here, they can go one of two ways. Which will they choose? The platform to the left or the platform to the right? Or rather, platform to the right or platform to the left, since that's the order it's in.
I'm gonna just pick right now.
Right.
Right it is.
Let's wait for... Yeah.
The platform is only a short drop, and both of our friends make it easily. Below them, they can see the game, stretching away into the distance. And what is this pinball table? We just launched to the pinball table, landed on a platform, and looking down, we could see the game. So, like, where's... What? I thought we were in the game. Like, what's going on? Okay.
You can see it twice, I guess.
This is pinball. That's the game.
To the right, they can see a row of targets. Directly below, there's a spinner. Do they aim at the targets or drop into the spinner? I guess they mean like the rest of the table is what they meant. So do we want to go for the targets or the spinner?
Spinner.
Target.
Okay. Alright. Ballstar says spinner. Any other votes?
Alright.
I actually like the music in the background right now.
This is the first. This is Toxic Caves from the first stage from Sonic Spinball. It's a bop. All right, we're gonna do the spinner. Sonic and Tails find themselves in the game's central spinner. It looks like a massive fairground roundabout. There are 5 exits for the spinner back into the game, each of which is spring-loaded, so make sure our friends are careful. Both of them have played the game already, but they must remember that Sonic has been here before them, which makes it an altogether more dangerous place to be. Sonic and Tails are now committed to playing the game. There are only 2 ways out, and one of them is unthinkable. Oh, okay. Each time they visit a part of the game, write down the number of the section so you know where they have been there already. They may not use the gold exit until they have scored 60 points in the game. Make a note of the points that they score. Which exit should they use to leave the game? This is very confusing, but red, yellow, blue, green, or gold?
Gold.
Wait.
Gold.
45 isn't on the list. Oh, because we're not allowed to use the gold X until we scored 60 points.
Alright, I'd say blue.
That blue, because Sonic, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough, let's do blue exit.
And Tails is yellow, I'm guessing.
Hey, that's a good sound. Sonic and Tails speed out into the game at a terrific rate. Everything's a blur, and only at the very last minute does Sonic see a large target flashing with bright blue lights. First Sonic and then Tails hit the target square in the middle. If this is the first time they've been here, they scored 10 points. Add them to Sonic's point score. Now roll the die and add the result to Sonic's strength. If the score is less than 6, you must turn to 283. If the score is 6 or more, Sonic and Tails can either go to a bouncer, turn to 181, or to another bouncer, turn to 6, or spring back to 124. Okay. So, we have a bad strength score, so we need a 4. We got a 4! So we have a choice now. So, 283 is probably a bad thing. So, since our score is 6 or more, we can either go to the bouncer or to the other bouncer. So, what do you guys want to pick?
Bouncer.
Bouncer.
So, such a weird choice. Like, you want to do a bouncer or a bouncer that's another bouncer? like, wow, creative.
Sick.
Maybe that's the name of the other bouncer. Other.
You guys want to go other? Yeah, okay, other it is then. Hey, I guess that was a good pick. We got 5 points. It's only a short way to this bouncer. They're both to make it easily, scoring 5 points if this is the first time they've been here. There's a great view of the game from here, and it stretches off as far as the eye can see in every direction. How fucking vast is this pinball table? Now roll the die. If the score is 1 or 2, the Sonic and Tails must go to 298. If the score is 3 or more, they can head to another bouncer off the left, or the central spinner. We got a 6, so we are fine. So we can either go to the central. We can go back to the spinner, or we can do the bouncer off to the left. The spinner will lead us back to making a choice again. Do we want to? I feel like we should do the bouncer though. Isn't that the other bounce? Isn't that the other bouncer option we didn't pick before?
I am honestly confused now. No,
I'm just vibing to this music, I'm sorry.
Okay, there we go. I mean, hitting bouncers in a pinball game is usually good.
Yeah.
Even though they are traveling at breakneck speed, Sonic and Tails managed to stay in control. I'm glad they didn't break their necks then. They skid to a halt on top of the bouncer, scoring 5 points. This is the first time they've been here. From here, they can see another bouncer. They skid to a halt on top of the bouncer. Bouncers bounce you! How do you stop on top of one?
Jumping!
Also, how can you break a neck if Sonic and Tails don't even have necks to speak of?
True!
I mean, technically, turn to 6, okay. We gotta roll the die again, so... Yeah, we did it. Okay, we should go back to the... I think we're done here, so let's go back to the central spinner. We're doing good, actually. Okay, so... Do you guys want to do the red or yellow exit now? Or the red, yellow, or green, I should say. Red, yellow,
Let's
green.
do Knuckles.
Red.
Red? Okay.
Red.
Okay, we got more points just for doing that. Sonic and Tails speed out into the game at terrific speed. Everything's a blur, and only at the last minute does Sonic see a large target flashing with bright red lights. First Sonic and then Tails hit the target square in the middle. The first time being here, so cool. Now roll the die and add the results to Sonic's agility. If the score is less than 6, you must turn 283. If the score is 6 or more, the Sonic and Tails may either go to a bouncer, or another bouncer, or spring back. Okay, well... We have a reasonable agility. Let's see how these go. Just good enough. Just got 6. Okay. Just good enough score. So we have a choice of bouncer or another bouncer, so what do you guys want to pick? Probably both are good.
36. 36.
Okay.
36.
This time our heroes don't go so quickly, and they easily hit the bouncer and then jump on top of it, scoring 5 points.
Why are you jumping?
No, okay, I was complaining about the last bouncer, but this one is... Standing on top of the bouncer, they can both feel it throbbing under their feet. Perhaps they may not stay here too long. What? Okay.
I'm sorry, what is throbbing?
The bouncer, Now roll the die. If the score is 1 or 2, you must turn 298. If it's 3 or more, you can aim for another bouncer. Oh, just barely. 3. Okay, let's go to the other bouncer then. Hopefully this one doesn't throb. Bunching himself up into a ball, Sonic tries to spring as he tumbles through the air. The bouncer looms in front of him, and somehow he manages to grab hold of it, with Tails hanging on to his feet for all he's worth. They've made it. Score 5 points. This is the first time they've been here. Standing on top of the bouncer, they can both feel it. Oh no, it's also throbbing. Should they aim for another bouncer or should they try again the long shoot, way off to the right? Yeah, sure, the shoot. Why not?
Yeah, shoot, because that's smart. Like, Sonic likes danger.
Sonic likes throbbing.
Oh no. That's why.
Sonic.
The chute runs all the way down to the side of the game. Tells him Sonic move faster and faster. Oh, right! Yells Sonic as they approach the bottom. Here the chute curves back out of the middle, and the brave adventurers find themselves flying through the air once more. Large round target looms up in front of them. They strike a fair and square, scoring 10 points. And this is the first time they've been here. This is they can see another target. Roll the die, add the result of Sonic's strength, and then add his agility. If the combined score is 10 or more, turn it to a 228. If it's less, to 283. Okay, so going for 10. I guess I should just keep my head off for this, actually, since the gold rings are always there. So, we don't have a good strength, but we have a good speed, so we just need to roll a 3.
I'm gonna take my head off
5.
of this.
Shit. Oh, we rolled a 5. That's so lucky. We have been extremely lucky at this pinball table.
I just remembered, we are in October.
With great body control, Sonic can tell speed towards the next target. They strike it at a glancing blow, scoring 10 points. This is the first time I've been here. In the distance, yet another target can be seen. Roll the die and add the result to Sonic's strength, and then add his agility. If the combined score is 10 or more, 133. Oh, nope, 283. Sonic and Tails mistimed their move. Missing the target, they are caught in the game's gravity field and pulled down towards the bottom and waiting flippers. Bang! A flipper smashed them back towards the top of the game. Ouch, that hurt. Move 5 credits for Sonic stuff. Oh no, not the credits. I was actually at the right number. Aww. Turn to 124. Sonic has 5 credits left. Turn to 126. The commissioner has already given Sonic another 20 credits. You must turn 41. I assume we can get more credits if we lose once. Sonic and Tails find themselves in the game's Citrus Spinner. Oh! Oh, actually I have enough points, though. Somehow.
Yeah.
I thought I lost credits. I thought I lost credits.
Yeah, you did lose credits. Credits are the things that he gave you.
I thought the credits were also the points. Oh, okay, we're good then. We have enough. We have just enough for the gold X's, so we can leave now.
Perfect.
That worked out really. We didn't even lose rings. I thought we'd lose rings there with the damage, but no. It was just credits we lost. Cool. We did it! The gold door opens.
Truly...
Yeah?
I need to know which is the unthinkable.
We won't
is
find
it the
out.
green one?
I wonder which door was the unthinkable one, yeah. I don't know myself.
I think it was the green one. Saying the fact it was padlocked.
The gold door opens and Sonic and Tails finds themselves careening down a long tunnel. The tunnel goes on and with our heroes traveling faster and faster as they fall. This must go all the way to the bot. Tails is cut off short as they tumble through a bonus gate. The gate clatters around, winning our game gurus no less than 40 points. Unfortunately, though, they are now falling out of control towards the bottom of the game. What? I thought the gold door was a good door. What? Sonic looks down. Oh no! He sees a gaping black hole streaming up towards him. Looks like it's game over. Tails and Sonic tumble through the game over hole together. Turn to 135. I thought we won! Hold on a second. Something seems weird here.
Also, I thought I heard you say but.
They may not use the gold egg until they scored 60 points. This must be correct then. Okay. Let's turn to 135. The two intrepid heroes tumble through the game over hole. You know, Tails, says Sonic, picking himself up off the floor. I don't come here often. I don't usually game over, Tails. I'm very good at games. Tails gives his friend one of those looks. I mean, it's so rare for me to actually lose, he continues. Of course it is, replies Tails sarcastically.
Oh god, Tails' face again!
Doi. The brave friends seem to be in some kind of control room. Over the left is a large hole in the floor through which the losing player's ball would go. The rest of the room is full of computer equipment. Do you understand any of this? Asks Tails, looking at the bewildering mess of circuits. Of course, says Sonic. What else would you expect? Looks like there's going to be trouble between the two friends. He picks up a games console. It's just like a Mega Drive, says Tails. Not quite, says Sonic. Look, what's on the title of the cartridge? Death Ball? I haven't heard of that one, says Tails. Okay. Well, I think we've just been playing it. It's wired straight into the main computer. The machine is indeed plugged into the game's main control console. No guesses you could did this, eh? Says Sonic. Looks like we just missed him again. I thought we were in a casino playing pinball. What happened here?
Hold on, is Death Ball the name of an egg mech thing?
Might be. It's a very generic name.
Does Sonic and Tails get out of the game? And
I don't know.
What happened?
Yes, replies Tails, wondering if they will ever catch up to the evil Sonic. Still, there's an easy way out to sort the game for the commissionaire, he says, and he reaches out to pull the connecting wire from the console. Roll the die and add the result to Sonic's quick wits. If the score is 6 or more, turn to 297. If the score is less than 6, turn to 146. We gotta stop Tails. He's doing a stupid. That explains the doy face.
Wait, why is Tails doing the stupid thing? He's the smart one!
We did it! We got high enough score.
Isn't Tails 8 or 5? Or in this case,
yes, but also
he's
he...
8.
I think at this point he still casually makes, like, jet planes.
Wait.
Okay. Sonic notices the small black and red wire underneath the Mega Drive. Following it with his eyes, he sees it leads underneath the console to, oh no, don't touch it, it's a bomb! Just in time, he reaches out to grab Tails' paw. Phew, that was close, exclaims Sonic. Tails swallows hard. That was close, he said after a pause. Yeah, that's what Sonic said. Skillfully, Sonic fiddles with the wires, and in a few seconds, the screen of the Mega Drive goes blank. The Mega Drive doesn't have a screen. You hook that up to the TV. What? It's not a Game Boy. Nothing to it. When you know how. Apparently, Sonic knows how to deal with bombs. Disable bombs. Okay. The circumstances.
Sonic, you want to talk about how you know how to disarm bombs?
To be fair, if Tails in his own game where he has bombs, I feel like Sonic should learn how to dispute bombs to make sure Tails doesn't blow himself up by mistake, or whatever the hell they're attacking.
Under the circumstances, Tails thinks it's better to keep quiet. Well, I suppose we get moving, old friend, says Sonic. There's only one way out of this room, conveniently marked exit. Turn to 157.
What fucking happened to the guy?
I mean, we solved the problem. There was a bomb. Passing through the door, they find themselves outside the game at last. Excellent. The game is back under my control. I can clear up the rest of the mess myself. Is the commissioner. His mouth formed in a huge smile. Whatever you want, you can have, he says. Well, we're actually in a bit of a hurry, pipes up Tails. Hurry? I might be able to help you there, says the commissioner. Come with me. He shows them through a small side door and into a lift that takes them up to the roof of the casino. My helicopter is the fastest in the zones. It can take you as far as the Mystic Cave if you want. Oh, no need to worry about flying it either. It's all remote control. Oh, and by the way, don't forget these. The commissioner hands Sonic a bag. Inside are 100 rings. That's your prize for being in the game. Fair is fair, he says. And with that, the helicopter rises majestically into the air. Turn to 282. That's a lot of rings.
I mean, perfect.
I mean, we lose the ball if we get hit, but you know, that's a lot of rings.
I mean,
too bad we didn't get a 1-up. Too bad we get a little 1-up for getting 100.
We have to buy them.
Wait, I can buy them. I just remembered. I just remembered that. Right.
You can do that.
Should I buy? I should probably buy one, huh?
I mean, because of our recklessness and how easily you can lose all your rings if you get hit once, I'd say at least buy what you can.
Yeah, it's probably good to buy one, yeah. So that's why we were headed 100. It's basically an extra life, more or less. Soon the casino is left far behind, and the helicopter is cruising high above the peaks and volcanoes of the hilltop zone. I'm pleased we don't have to get through that lot on foot, says Tails. Yeah, me too, agrees Sonic, remembering their previous run-in with a Rexon. Down below, something glits among the hills. I wonder what that is, says Sonic, pointing to the object through the window. Well, there's a lever that says land if you want to have a look, suggests Tails. Should Sonic land the helicopter? Chopper? Turn to 105. Or should they ignore whatever it is and carry on towards the Mystic Caves? Turn to 121. What do you guys think? There's a glint.
105.
What's that? 105, you said?
105.
Okay. So so that's one for landing at Hilltop Zone and looking at
105.
Two for
I say
that.
105.
One for Mystic Caves. You guys are curious then, are you? All right then.
I mean, we have things to spare if we fuck up.
Sonic pulls the lever that says land, and the helicopter does just that, gliding slowly down to the ground with only a few meters away from the shiny object. Sonic and Tails climb out of the machine and has a closer look at the thing. It's a silver dome, half buried in some mud. The dome is about half a meter across. Something about it's familiar to Sonic, but he can't quite figure out what it is. Suddenly, the dome moves, and Sonic and Tails both realize that they've been looking at. The gigantic head of a Rexon slowly rises up from the mud. Our heroes have just been looking at its top. It might be still time to run to the helicopter and get out of there. So Sonic and Tails do this, turn to 263, or should they stand and fight the Rexon? Turn to 220.
263.
263. Why not?
Get out of there! Alright.
Then get to the shopper.
Roll the die and add this result to Sonic's speed. If the score is 6 or more, Tails can make it to the helicopter. If they can now fly away. If the score is less than 6, they have to stand and fight the Rexon. Alternatively, Sonic may spend 10 rings and use the energy gun. This will freeze Rex long enough for Sonic and Tails to escape comfortably.
I mean, we have a +5 in speed.
Yeah,
don't
we're
we?
good. We're good. Wow, we're really good. Alright.
Yeah. 11.
The heli chopper glides high above the hilltop zone. From up here, the place looks almost beautiful. How misleading. Then at long last. Look, it's the cave, shouts Tails, pointing out the window, and sure enough, there it is. The heli-chopper starts to descend of its own accord and lands right outside the cave's entrance. The Mystic Cave is a strange place. Some people even think it was the first place on Mobius. Now and again, archaeologists dig at something really old from it. There are 2 main passageways leading off the cave's entrance. Should Sonic and Tails follow the left-hand passage or the right-hand one? Left or right, guys?
Left hand. Sure, right. I think right.
That is some semblance of the melody, yes.
I'm sorry, I'm just vibing to it.
Mystic Cave Zone is it's a fun little spooky song. I always liked it. It's very playful. Alright, let's go right.
267.
Although it is dark here, the walls of the cave give off a strange greenish glow, enough for our heroes to see where they are going at least. After a while, they come to a fork in the passageway. To the right, there is a small tunnel with lights at the end of it, turned to 112. Along the right, around the main passageway, can be heard strange noises. Sonic and Tails strain their ears. It sounds like digging. Probably just another archaeologist, says Tails in a matter-of-fact way. If you want them to go investigate the noise, turn to 16. I feel like that noise is trouble. Do you guys want to go down? Do you guys want to go down the tunnel of lights, or do you want to investigate the digging?
112.
112.
It's gonna be a bad Nick.
I think so too, considering that Tails said, "Oh, it's just an archaeologist," which means it's definitely not, right? So, yeah, let's go down the tunnel of lights. Oh, we have a thing. We have a new mechanic. The tunnel is very narrow, and soon Sonic and Tails can only walk along in single file. The tunnel itself is lit by small lanterns placed at irregular intervals along the walls. Without warning, one of the lanterns moves. Sonic and Tails have stumbled to the lair of 4 flashers. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no. This is about to not be E for everyone.
Okay, I think that is either the official name or what this book has decided to unfortunately call them. The Firefly enemies from Mystic Cave Zone. They float around slowly, and then they flash their light, and if they're flashing their light, you get hurt by them, so you have to, like, hit them between that.
The flashers. That doesn't sound that bad.
Oh no, it's 4 of them bad. In the narrow tunnel, Sonic will have to fight the flashers on his own. Though luckily for him, they can only attack one at a time. Sonic must use his agility. Well, okay. It's not my worst stat. Because the tunnel is so narrow, Sonic may not use the energy gun. The flashers have a fighting score of 5. They will fight to the death. Sonic wins turn to 169. If the flashers beat him, your adventure here ends here! That is a classic line for the Sonic Gamebook. If the flashers beat him, your adventure here ends here. Remember that. So, alright then. We gotta score a 2. It's not too bad. We have to score a 2. Okay, we got that one. But we gotta do it 3 times, so. Okay. Good, we did it. Wait, no, 5 times. My bad. Can we do it 5 times in a row without getting a 1? Or 4 times. 4 times, right. I can't count. Ignore me. We did it! Okay. Standing beside a hole in the middle of the cavern is Sonic! There he is! You know, Pin Brain, he mocks Sonic. Without that heli chopper, you would have been way behind me. You're getting slow in your old age. Who you call him Pin Brain, Egg Breath? Retorts Sonic. He's a robot, he doesn't breathe. Well, it doesn't really matter what we are calling each other now that I have this, does it? Sonic is holding up his right paw, and he has the Chaos Emerald. It's amazing what you can find if you look hard enough, he continues. With the power of the Emerald, nothing will be able to stop him. Sonic and Tails are going to have to act fast. What should they do? Use the energy gun? Fight? Or use a bottle of Whiffy liquid? We do have a Whiffy liquid. He is a robot. Does he breathe or not? Because if he breathes, he smells. And if he smells, maybe that's useful.
I'm gonna go with 180.
What should we do?
And the energy gun, why not?
I have a feeling it wouldn't work.
Okay, so for sure 180.
I mean, the Whiffy liquid is an item we never had a chance to use until now.
To be fair, it would be funny if it works.
I need to see if it works.
I need to know if it works. I'm gonna pick Whiffy liquid. Sonic pulls... Oh, I don't know what this means. Sonic pulls out the glass vial of liquid that Whiffy gave him. He throws it at Sonic. He misses, but the bottle shatters on the ground, splashing Sonic's trainers. For a second or so, nothing happens, then the smell hits them. Oh, wow, man, is all that Sonic can manage. Tails doesn't even do that well, and goes a funny shade of green. As for Sonic, well, he starts to puff and jerk like he's got an ice cube down his back. Now he's hopping about on one foot. What? Then whoosh! Sonic runs from the cavern like nothing Sonic or Tails has ever seen before, dropping the Chaos Emerald in his haste. With a paw firmly clapped over his nose, Sonic walks over to where Sonic has been standing and picks up the emerald. Good stuff, Matt, he says, pointing to the broken bottle. Tails just nods and thinks he's going to be sick. So yeah, the robot was affected by the stinky liquid. Good. Good. Affected in a really weird way. It like messed with his sensors or something. I don't know what happened there. But we got an emerald, and he doesn't have it, so that's good.
As long as our machine does not have the emerald, but Sonic does, everything is good.
Yeah, it's good that we have the Chaos Emerald, I think. After a few minutes' walk, the cavern first closes into a small passageway, then opens out again to the outside world. Light streams in, and for a few moments our heroes have to squint against the bright light. There's a smell, too. Exhaust fumes, garbage, and a wall of noise. Welcome to the Metropolis Zone, old friend, says Sonic. It's so nice to be back. Sonic's voice is heavy with sarcasm. Wait, did Sonic reply to Sonic? Okay.
Yes! Sonic and Sonic!
In the distance, they can see the jagged skyline of Metropolis, home of Robotnik. Hopefully, it would also hold the secret of Sonic as well, since there is now little doubt the two must be connected. It's still quite a long way to the city. Will Sonic and Tails set off immediately? Turn to 143. Or will they investigate the strange-looking pole sticking out of the ground a few meters away? Turn to 44. If we're in Metropolis Zone, if this is going like Sonic 2, then we must be near the end of the book, because we're in Metropolis Zone. We have been going for a while, so...
Sonic, what do you mean by there may be a chance? You saw Eggman!
Well, we don't know where Eggman went. We saw him all over the ocean. We don't know where he went from there. That was a while ago.
Also, to be fair, Eggman could make a robot of himself at times.
True,
so...
yeah, he could do that. So do we want to go right on in, or do we want to investigate the pole that we see?
Investigate the pole first before going in. God, that sounds very wrong when saying it like that. Check the pole.
We have to check the pole!
Alright, we'll check the pole. That's enough votes for it. The pole's about 2 meters high, with a round sign at the top. I wonder what it is, asked Tails. I don't know, but what does bus stop mean, replies Sonic. They don't have to wait long to find out. Turn to 202. Okay?
They get run over!
I didn't realize that Robotnik was so progressive with his Metropolis Zone that he has public transit. That's pretty good. A big red bus can look rather strange if you've never seen one before. Neither Sonic nor Tails has, so they were a little confused. The bus stops beside the pole and the doors open. Metropolis, Metropolis, all stops, Metropolis. Our two friends look at each other, not really sure what to make of this. Well, come on, if you're getting on, no time to waste. Will Sonic and Tails get on the bus? Turn to 270. Or will they set off on foot? Turn to 143.
I mean, I feel like if it's a bus, you have to pay. You have to pay for it.
Well, we do have some money. We have some rings, so we can technically afford it, probably.
Unless they make it 50, and then basically cost us
look at this friendly robot driver. He's fine. Look at him. Let's get on the bus. Okay.
Why does he look like he has a Meowth coin on his head?
I think this is a British bus.
It is a British. It's like a double-decker. Carefully, Sonic and the Tails get onto the bus. Sitting behind the steering wheel is a small silver robot, wearing a rather battered peaked cap. I guess that's a cap, somehow. Where to, then? What will Sonic say? All the way, please. The city gates, or what do you recommend? What do you recommend? I like how, like, what do you recommend? Like, if you go to, like, a restaurant and the server's like, oh, what would you like to get today? Well, what do you recommend? That makes sense there. However, when you're getting on a bus and the bus driver's like, all right, hop on the bus, so you just stop and you're like, what do you recommend? What stop do you recommend? Like,
I'm curious.
What's your recommendation, bus driver? Where should I go today? Like, that's a weird
I mean, it could... Theoretically, it could be just if it's a place, a country that has like tourism, that could make a lot more sense.
Perhaps, like, what's tourist stop should I go to or something like that. But yeah, all the way in the city gates. I mean, like, don't we want to go all the way? But I don't know. That could be a dangerous statement. Or do we want to just get to the gates? I don't really know.
182.
182.
So, oddly enough, we have a very split of votes here. So, can I get 95? Okay, that's 2 for city gates. I guess we'll pick that then.
Yeah, I did not pick it today. But that's fine.
Oh, I thought you had.
No, I was thinking. It's fine.
This one stops just inside the west gate. Take your seats, please. Sonic and Tails sit down, and the bus moves off. Well, I suppose it beats walking, says Tails as he looks out of the window. Outside, the landscape rushes past. The bus is really moving very quickly. In no time at all, the gates of Metropolis zoom in front of them. We're gonna have to be careful there, Tails, says Sonic. I think the best thing to do is pretend I'm Sonic. What about me then? Asks Tails. Perhaps you could be Tails or something, replies Sonic. Why does that sound like... That looks like the name that some pop singer would name their kid.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like,
Tails.
seriously.
Tails.
Why does it sound so sarcastic, though?
Tails.
Perhaps you could be Tails or something.
Tails.
This is my friend Tails.
The bus finally comes to a stop, and its door opens. Metropolis is a very busy place, and there are people, robots everywhere. People. Although none of them seems to be taking any notice of our friends. Where will they go from here?
Whoa,
It's not just robots, that's weird.
There's
people
humans?
here. There's people. Well, I don't know if they're humans, but there's people. It could be Mobius people, you know, Mobian people.
Fair.
Should we explore the area on foot or head for the subway?
Subway. Eat fresh.
Lord, on foot. Subway, why not? Let's see if we can find another maze down there.
Are you like, well, the first public transport was perfectly harmless, let's go to the subway too? Or... We got 2 votes for 259, 2 votes for 64 then.
Subway 2.
So a tiebreaker is needed.
Tiebreaker, yeah. We only need one more person. And so far. 64 or 259?
I shall eagerly await the audience to actually engage. It's fine.
Yeah, give them time to breed.
The breed?
Thank you, Methian Battlestar, by the way. 64, okay. That's the tiebreaker. We're gonna go to the subway.
Yeah.
Okay, Sonic and Tails find themselves in a broad, well-lit tunnel. High above them, they can hear the hustle-bustle of the city, but all down here, all is quiet. Which way will they go now? To the right or left? Are we not riding a train? Are we just going down the tunnels or something?
Wait, did we just say screw it, we're walking?
I don't know, I guess so. I mean, we were going to walk either way, but either above or underground. To the right or to the left? What do you think?
48.
I pick right.
I pick left.
Which means we'll just get one more vote for a tiebreaker. We got left, and we got left. Okay, left it is.
Yeah.
This branch of the tunnel is well lit and really quite clean for a change. So, Sonic, says Tails, how exactly are we going to persuade Robotnik to tell us what is going on? Is that what our plan was? Sonic hesitates. The truth was that he didn't have a clue. Of course, he couldn't possibly admit that, so in the end he simply says, have faith, old friend, I'll think of something, you'll see. I didn't realize we had to do, like, diplomacy. They carry
Diplomacy check!
That's bad, because it probably would involve our good looks, possibly. They carry on walking for a few more minutes. Then they turn a corner in the tunnel and come face to face with something really rather strange. Lying in the middle of the tunnel floor. Okay. Lying in the middle of the tunnel floor is a large pile of rings. There must be over 50 rings there, Sonic. What a stroke of luck! Exclaims Tails. Roll the die and add the result to Sonic's quick wits. If the score is 7 or more, turn to 145. If the score is less than 7, turn to 19. I was going to opt out of that, but I guess we have to. Roll this. All right. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Yeah.
3.
Alright. Wait a minute, Tails. No one's gonna leave a great big pile of rings just lying around. It's gotta be a trap, unlike that treasure chest in the middle of the road the other time, which was clearly not a trap, and it wasn't. Do you know something? You're absolutely right! Squeals a high-pitched voice. Suddenly the tunnel is full of furry animals, all about a half-meter high, with sharp little teeth. But not one of ours, screeches another. If you don't want to be nabbed, you best come with us, says another. And quickly, very quickly, adds yet another. Sonic and Tails have been taken by surprise. The creatures don't look very friendly, but then again, they haven't attacked. Quickly, come with us, or the robots will be here, warns the other creatures. Should our friends go with the creatures, or should they try to run away?
11.
I'm thinking they seem not that dangerous. They may have teeth, but that's fine.
They're the resistance.
11? Okay. Putting their trust in the strange creatures, Sonic and Tails follow them through a maze of corridors and tunnels. The creatures seem to know the tunnels very well. After what seems like ages, they come to a halt in a large, dimly lit cavern. As Sonic's eyes get used to light, he begins to realize there are literally thousands of creatures here, and every one of them is staring intently at him and Tails. Turn to 225. Oh, okay, they're rats. That's fine. That's a lot of rats. Greetings, you are Sonic, are you not? Oh, and your brave companion Tails, if I'm not mistaken. A voice comes from the wizened old creature saying the Bill Cape. Oh, it's a wizened old creature. I should change the voice. Yes, I'm Sonic, and who might you be? Replies Sonic. Well, I might be anyone, as it is, I'm Frisp. You're not anyone, you're Frisp. I'm the chief of the Tunnel Rats. Tunnel snakes rule? The creature waves his arm around the room. So they're rats. How did they not know they were rats? What were the rings left lying around for? Asked Sonic. They are left by Robotnik as a trap. It's just as well we were there to help you, says Frisp, and the other rats murmur their approval. How'd you know to be there at the right time, then? Asked Tails. Frisp stands up and holds his arms wide. I am Frisp, and I can see the future. Oh, okay, good to know. The other rats start the chat. Uh-oh.
Oh, great, we are in a cult now.
Frisk continues, I know that you seek one like yourself, and I also know that as we speak, he is at the Factor E in the center of the city. He is a creature of Robotnik, and he is of great evil. Evil, evil, the other rats chant. They seem to know more about what's going on than Sonic does. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Sonic was not aware Sonic was evil. We haven't gotten that impression before. Will you help us, asked Tails? Help! Help! Of course we will help, exclaims Frisp. Here, take these. The old rat holds out a piece of paper, a rolled paper, a tube of glue, and a bright red piece of plastic. These will help you, but remember that also that the power of light is greater than steel. Now be gone, for you have but little time. My rats will show you the way. Remember that these things are Sonic stuff. Turn to 150. We have a tube of glue and a red piece of plastic now. We have quite a few items, and a rolled paper. Alright. I think I get what you can do with those three things. You can make a little red periscope thing. Red limbs periscope thing. The rats lead Sonic and Tails away from the cavern, back through the maze of corridors. At last they reach a rusty old iron door set into the walled tunnel. That's where you want to go? Yes, through there, the rats say together. Of course they do. And then melt away into the shadows. Okay.
Of course they do.
Unfortunately, the door has been left open, and our friends peer into the murk on the other side. Let's have a look at this first, says Sonic. Hello. And he unrolls the scroll. Is covered in a spidery scrawl. Roll the dice and add the results to Sonic's quick wits. If the score is 6 or more, turn to 285. If the score is less than 6, turn to 29. I have to note, I'm glad that our good looks have barely been used. Alright, quick wits. So we need 2.
Got myself some Pepsi.
Ah, nice.
Meaty, the rat was an old wise rat.
Yeah. Also, I guess they were just in the subway tunnels. I don't know, the secret place. As Sonic stares at the paper, he suddenly realizes it's some kind of poem. What's it say? Asks Tails. Well, it seems to be some kind of poem. Funny. Never took rats to be all into all that sort of stuff. Still, it looks like it says, left, right, upside down, then go to ground. That's not much of a poem.
That's
but okay.
That's not the Konami code, but okay.
That's it then. Nothing to worry. That's it then. Nothing to worry about at all, says Tails with a silly look on his face. It's all right. It's a map. Come on. Sonic steps through the door and finds himself in a tunnel. It is lit by star-shaped lanterns hung along the wall. The light they give out is very dim. Somebody should probably remember that, by the way. Left, right, upside down, ground.
I'm going to forget it the second I stop thinking about it.
On some of the following sections, you will see the star symbol. When you see this, roll the die. If the score is 1, you must turn to 211. Remember to make a note of the section number you're on, so you know where to return to. Should Sonic go left or to the right? Well, probably left. I'm going to try to pick the correct route. Left, right, upside down, ground. Okay. Left. The tunnel is made of shiny, almost black metal, and their footsteps echo on and on as they walk. This must be the factory basement, says Sonic. I wonder what they make here. Factory things, I guess. The tunnel forks to the 2 again. Will Sonic and Tails go left or to the right? Well, I will roll and succeed, and then I will go to the right. Every so often, there is a faint booming noise coming from above them. Perhaps this is where they make badniks. What do you reckon, Sonic? Asks Tails. Well, if it is, then we've come to the right place, replies Sonic. I've had just about enough of Robotnik. He's such a drag! Okay. Ahead of them,
Okay, Shikamaru.
the tunnel divides into two again. Sonic tells go to the left or to the right. Well, let's roll. Good. We should go to the left now. Do you know something? Says Sonic. When this adventure's over, it'd be really cool to spend just a few hours playing a game or something. To right, says Tails. And get
Which
a burger
game?
or two in. And get a burger or two in as well. Stop tempting me, Tails. Burger's not good.
God damn it! Now I want a burger.
I can make myself a burger.
Oh, lucky. I can't make myself a burger currently.
I want to make someone a.
I do have some frozen ground beef in the freezer, though, actually. It's frozen, though. I'd have to thaw it for a day.
Yeah.
Sonic and Tails can either go to the left or to the right. Well, I think we went left last time. Let's roll. Okay, we're good. So we just went right, correct? So now we want to go left.
Yes.
We just went right last time, I think. So.
I think so. I already forgotten.
Sonic and Tails walk around the corner of the tunnel and, surprise, surprise, come to another junction. Will they go left or right? Or, wait. Left or straight? What?
Wait.
Did I fuck up?
I'm guessing go straight.
Straight.
Which is a rarity.
The tunnel slowly begins to wind downhill and becomes really rather dark. Eventually our friends find themselves at yet another intersection. Should they go left, right, or straight? Wait. Wasn't the poem left, right, upside down, and then to the ground? The fuck is upside down?
Wait. Downhill. Downhill.
That doesn't help me, by the way.
Straight. Straight.
But we've been straight.
I guess we're gonna find out once we complete the first one before reaching that one.
I'm going right. I don't know. The total only goes down for a few meters before dividing into three, which told I fucked it up, I think. Either that or it's very confusing and the poem was supposed to be a riddle that I didn't solve. Uh-oh. What happens now? Before reading any further, make sure you've written down the number of the section you've just come from, otherwise you won't be able to continue this adventure. Oh no! Sonic and Tails have gotten so used to star-shaped lanterns, they don't give them a second glance anymore. This is a big mistake! Suddenly one of the lanterns starts to pulse and make a whining noise. Sonic and Tails look at each other mystified. Slowly, the whining gets louder and louder. Boom! Lantern explodes, sending 5 missiles straight towards 2 friends. Oh no! Lantern missiles. Astron, shouts Sonic.
What?
Astron! There's no time to run for the missiles. Sonic and Tails will have to dodge them. Roll the die and then adds the result to Sonic's agility. If the score is 7 or more, Sonic has managed to dodge the missiles. If the score is less than 7, he'll at least one of the missiles will hit him. It'll destroy all of Sonic's rings or remove a life. We need a 4.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna have dinner.
Okay.
Okay, Chica.
Okay. Okay, we rolled properly this time. Okay, so what do we got here? We got right or middle, basically. I think. I'm sorry. Middle or left.
Yeah, I was about to say you already took him right because the thing is going from
I'm going
right.
left because I don't know about the middle. Left. Okay. Oh, not again. Okay, good. Fucking hell.
I do not trust myself when it comes down to these kinds of things.
I'm going straight on. I feel sure we're lost, says Tails, after yet another 10 minutes walk. Okay, says Sonic, annoyed. Tell me something I don't know. Why don't you go first for a change? Tails goes to the front and soon comes to a junction. So what's Tails going to do now that he has his big chance? He's go left or to the right? Well, I'm going to succeed at that. Oh, fuck. We're back here. We fucked up hard, guys. We need to return. We need to return to a new choice. So what should we do?
I am already lost myself.
I'm quite lost too. We need to we need to go back to a page where there's a new option. That's basically what we need to do. That map lied to me though. I swear I went left and then right and then left and then it gave me no right option. I was like, what the hell do I do now?
I mean, when we took a left and then a right, didn't we just go in the middle?
I don't...
Or did we take middle but when we only took left? Because it's left, right, wasn't it?
Wait a minute. Yeah, let's go left here. I have a thought about something. Left. There are lots of star-shaped ladders in this part of the tunnel. Different circumstances that may even look pretty. No time to think of that, though. Sonic tells come to the junction. Will they turn left or carry straight on? God damn it. Fuck you. Left.
Why do I have a feeling if children were playing that they brought their way to the right answer?
Middle. This is new. After a while, Sonic and Tails find themselves in an intersection of 4 tunnels. They all look so alike, and both of them feel very lost. Any ideas which one it takes, says Sonic? In which direction should they head now? Oh god, they're all the same. 83. Why? Because upside down. And then to the... I don't know, man.
I feel like for this kind of thing, we should have an option, like, if we are lost, there should be something up there to give us a little bit of a hint where we're supposed to be. Because sometimes you can just have a...
I lost my rings. Guys, I need help. I need help here, guys.
All the rings are gone.
The poem didn't make any sense. It didn't help us, I'd like to know. It just didn't. I need help. I'm not good at mazes.
Trust me, I don't either. We're both dogs here, and we both get lost.
Speaking of which, Dog Gay Fan, thanks for following. Hello there.
Hello there.
I'm very stuck right now. What do you guys think?
If it only was possible to go back from the beginning of the option when
I could hit back a bunch to look for a new option. I might do that actually at this point.
Yeah, I think
Oh, I can't though because I have to roll the die before I can see the options. So it's not even helpful actually.
Well,
it's slightly helpful, but I have to roll. I have to roll to see what we end up with. So I still have to take a risk just to look.
Honestly, I'm surprised you haven't found a train down here. I've never gone to a subway before. So I would honestly not know what the hell to do.
The burger page. Yeah, I was right. The burger page. I was like, wait a minute, I haven't seen the burger page in a while. Okay, to the right. This was a little bit of cheating, but to be fair, this is... Oh, I got my rings back by accident by doing that. Okay, I cheated a little bit. But regardless, look, I just wanted to get out of the freaking stupid loopy pages, right? Soon, this tunnel begins to widen out until our heroes find themselves in a large cavern. Thud, thud, boom! What? Tails is cut off before he can say more. Boom! Thud! A lot of booms. A lot of thuds. Their missiles hit the floor. Sonic sees the missiles impact down the wall near where he'd been standing a second ago. But where were they coming from? There it is, yells Tails. Sonic looks to where his friend is pointing. Over near the middle of the cave, a gigantic robot lumbers into view. It's the biggest Sonic's ever seen. It's like a massive ball, totally round. That was the death ball. The missiles are flying thick and fast from it. What will Sonic and Tails do? Will they fight the Badnik robot? Use the energy gun. Try using some glue. Or try to roll the Badnik over. What? This is an odd selection of options. I'm not really sure, personally.
Honestly, it's only Termichael Bay.
Maybe the gun would be useful here. I'm not sure.
Use the energy gun. Try using some glue. Try to roll the Badnik over.
If it's a gigantic, I don't really know if us using our Elmer's glue would really do much to this gigantic robot.
Maybe try to roll the Badnik over.
How would you do that? It's a ball. What does that mean? It just rolled back, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know, unless you pushed it down a hill or something.
I mean, I feel like if you shoot the energy gun, it would
try
just kind
energy gun. It uses some rings, but we may as well. Carefully, Sonic powers up the energy gun and takes aim. A direct hit. The Badnik wobbles slightly, but keeps on firing. Sonic tells me now fight the Badnik if they wish. The Badnik has a fighting score of 6, and 3 hits will mean it will be needed for destroy it. Tails will help Sonic. That is one mean hombre. Fortunately, though, the energy gun does seem to have slowed it down a bit. Or would it be wiser if Sonic tells to try something else? There's still time. Well, I think we should fight it now, because we didn't slow it down, which I guess makes it easier to fight now. I bet it would have had a higher fighting score otherwise.
Your adventure.
And if Tails is going to help us too, let's fight it with our speed. Because that's going to be... Oh, wait. If we fire for speed, we're just winning at that point. I like that. Wait, the bottom. If Sonic and Tails decide not to be such wimps and fight the Badnik, turn it to 245 if they win. If the Badnik wins, then your adventure ends here. I don't think we can lose.
Yeah.
But we can get hit, I think. So, let's see. 6 plus 3. Okay. It has to roll a 6 to hurt us. So that's really the risk here. Good, it didn't roll 6.
Good.
There we go. With the Badnik dealt with, Sonic and Tails can have a good look around the cavern. Over on the far side is a solid steel door with a lever beside it. Apart from the cavern, the cavern looks empty. Roll the die and add the result to Sonic's quick wits. If the score is 6 or more, turn to 132. If it's less than that, 74. Yeah! 132. As Sonic shuffles his feet along the cavern floor, his right trader scuffs against something hard. Looking down, he sees what looks like a lever half buried in the ground. The lever looks very similar to the one beside the door. Should Sonic pull the lever, turn to 81, or should he leave it alone? Well, since we had the quick wits to see this special little lever, I think we should probably pull it, right? It could be a trap, though. Like, aha, you managed to see the secret lever. Too bad it kills you. Like, it could be that, but we did have to roll to even see it, so I feel like we should pull it.
I'd say pull it, but let's wait for if everyone else agrees.
I just rushed into it. We did get a yes, though.
You saw
pull the lever charm. I get the reference. Oh shoot!
No, I was thinking more than a doggo seeing a pole and it thinks a stick, so it grabs it.
1 second, I just remembered something.
Okay. Oh, wrong lever.
Okay, I'm back. I forgot my digital watch. I wasn't wearing it. I need to put it on. Sonic crouches down and pulls the lever. It's a bit stiff, but eventually it moves. He waits for a second or so, but nothing happens. It looks like the only way out of this cave is to try and open the steel door. Sonic and Tails look at the lever by the side of the door. Okay, so nothing happened. That's weird. Supposedly. After you, says Sonic, gesturing at Tails to try the lever. No, after you, replies Tails. No, really, says Sonic. No, you try it, Sonic, I insist, smiles Tails, bowing gracefully to his friend. What is this exchange? Gingerly, Sonic reaches out and pulls the lever. The door slides open with a faint whooshing sound. There you are, nothing to it, says Sonic. Turn to 256. Maybe both levers had to be pulled, I don't know. I hope Charm's oven isn't on because a different streamer had his oven on the whole stream. Because I've never done that during a stream, but I've absolutely freaking done that when I was just chilling out. Like, I cooked something one day and then I literally did like come back hours later like, oh, it's still on, shit. Like, I do remember making that mistake. It's fine. Honestly, it just warmed the room. Nothing bad happened. But...
Hello, Raiders.
Hi, Chrysopsis, folks. Light streams through the open door. We're playing the Sonic versus Sonic Gamebook from the 90s, which has been digitized into a rather playable and mostly bug-free. I did find one situation. Remember that one page where it gave me the wrong page number?
Yeah, and I think it was 97 or 93.
I can understand that mistake, but I hope they can fix that because
yeah,
it was a little confusing. I just could manually turn the section, so it wasn't so bad. But this is just a digitized version of this book. It's been actually quite a bit of fun. I like what they did here, and it looks like they're going to do more books later. So, light streams through the open door, along with the clamoring noise of machinery and a faint acidy smell. Look, what's this? Asked Tails, inspecting a small sign on the door. Sonic reads it aloud. Cloning plant, strictly no admittance. Best we go in and have a look around in that case, he adds with a smile on his face. From here, our friends can walk up a short corridor and open a door. The door has a sign above it saying, Spinefield's Danger. Should they go through the door? Turn to 59. If this is too risky, they can walk around the opposite way and open a door labeled Bottle Bank. Turn to 236. Do we want to go to the Spinefields or the Bottle Bank, guys? Interesting choices.
Bottle Bank. Just when you think of the milk tank shop. I want to pick that one just because of the imagery now.
Oh my god, guys, stop burning your houses down. I know, right? Like, please be careful, everyone. I only did it once, to be fair, but...
Honestly, at least you're. Honestly, the only time I ever had an oven turn the house basically got smoke on fire, and it actually was not even an oven, with a microwave when I put one potato on it.
Oh gosh.
And it was because I picked the diamond, something called the diamond button, which apparently is too hot for the microwave itself to handle.
I see. Also, okay, vote for Bank. What do you think? What do you think? What do you guys think? Also, hello.
I think. Hello, Corsabs. How you doing?
Yes, it's been cool. Yeah.
This is a very interactive experience. It's a game book. It's not just like a choose your own adventure book, but it also has like stats and items and stuff. So like, for anybody, like here we have all this here. It's been fun. I like this. I like this digital version of the book. It's been a lot of fun. Keeps track of everything for you, obviously.
At times, on those breaks.
It's only broken once, and that's, to be fair, I always find the bugs. So,
you're so talented that even in a game where you're supposed to give you fixed options, there's still a glitch you can find suddenly.
I see, Key. I see. Goodness me, that's too many times indeed.
Yeah.
So, any other votes? We have only one vote for Bank. Anybody else want to vote for a location?
Yeah.
Oh wait, Meathy and Valsar. I'm sorry, I didn't see your number votes. My bad. That means Spinefield's got one. I'm sorry. Spinefields.
There's two. They have two.
Sonic and Tails walk up the door labeled Spinefields. Listen carefully. They can hear nothing. Ah well, only the one thing for it, says Sonic, and he kicks the door. It swings open. Inside, they see a large room of rows of glass dishes, neatly lying on the ground. Above, giant spotlights shine down on them. You know, Sonic, this place reminds me of a greenhouse, says Tails, looking up at the spotlights. Sonic takes a closer look at the dishes, and each of them contains a tiny pulsating blob of blue gunge. What the hell is a gunge? They smell distinctly eggy. By the fire wall, there is a door marked production line. What should Sonic and Tails do? Go and look in the other room, if they haven't been there already. Turn to 236. Smash the place up! Turn to 62. Go through the door labeled production line? Turn to 248. So, we can either go in a random second room, a production line room, or just break everything in the room that we're in.
I mean, you could, if you break everything, you could break something valuable that you could get.
But if these are like the spines that exploded when Sonic touched one earlier.
I mean, why not see it first before deciding to destroy it? Because for all you know, this may not be I know Sonic loves being reckless. I can definitely agree that being an option, though.
Oh, we're gonna go to the production line, apparently. Fine by me. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Carefully, Sonic pushes open the door and peers through it. Wow, Mega! Sonic just can't help. Is that like a catchphrase now? Mega! Sonic just can't help himself. Through the door, they can see a room so big they cannot even see the roof, let alone the other side of it. There are machines all over the place, and robots too. The place is buzzing with activity. It all seems to be centered around a slow-moving conveyor belt, but from where our friends are staying, they cannot see what's going on. Let's have a closer look, whispers Sonic, and their two friends slowly creep towards the conveyor belt. The robots are so intent on doing whatever it is they're doing that no one sees them. When they are closer, they can see the conveyor belt is full of glass jars of blue stuff in them. Oh no! Exclaims Tails. Look! He says, pointing at the jars. Sonic obeys, looks at the jars and sees what his swoop tells. Every jar contains a small blue hedgehog. One Sonic was bad enough, but the way this place is turning them out, there will soon be thousands. What will our friends do? Smash the place up? This sounds sort of reasonable, but again, I think these guys explode. Think about using some glue if Sonic has any of his stuff. Use an energy bomb. Again, only if Sonic has one. We do not have an energy bomb. What?
I can't get over when it's where it says Sonic obeys.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird, like Sonic obeys submissively. Like, what?
Like, that is so out of character for Sonic.
I kind of feel like maybe this would be the place to use the glue, but I don't know.
Welcome back, Chica.
We remember the rats gave us a roll of paper, a tube of glue, and a red piece of plastic. I don't know if they meant for us to combine those things at some point, but we can also just use the glue here. maybe we could give up the production line?
Yes. Smash the place up is my option.
Or we could just smash the place up. That's true.
I mean...
We don't have the highest strength stat, though, so that might involve strength. Or maybe...
I agree.
Maybe it would involve something else, though.
So, wait, hold up, Sonic obeys?
I like how you just locked in on that.
Yeah. Yes, you're not reading that wrong, Chica. You were gone for when Sharon was reading that part, and I could not get it. I can't
Sonic
get over
Obeys
it.
is the most fan fiction sounding line possible, says Kate. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What do you guys think, though? Should we do glue or should we smash?
Smash.
Glue!
Glue. I worked on glue.
Alright.
Okay, let's do the glue. I'm worried about smash because if it uses the strength stat, we could really fuck it up. Because, yeah.
To be fair, if it blows up direct, if it goes like a nuke thing where everything else blows up, theoretically speaking.
I think I'm already glad we used the glue because I see an amazing word here. As the Sonic jars move along the conveyor belt, they get sprayed with a yellow mist. Sonic doesn't know what it is, but judging by the way the tiny Sonics jump about, it looks important. The glue would jam that nozzle up nicely. Taking aim, Sonic squeezes the tube and a blob lands right on the end of the nozzle. Splurgely! Splurgle! What the hell's that word? For a few moments, nothing happens. Splurgle! Then a red light starts to flash on the nearest machine. Then another and another. The conveyor belt grinds to a halt. Brr, brr, emergency, emergency, booms out in a mechanical voice. All the robots start to move away from the machinery. Says Tails. I say we've broken it.
Good observation, Tails. That's why I have you around.
What was that you were trying to say, Croissants? I just wanted to finish the page.
No, nothing. No. Just a spurgly.
Spurgly!
It's
Spurgly.
Italian, you know?
I like it.
Have Sonic and Tails already smashed up the bottle bank and the spine fields? If they have, they turn to 130. If they have not smashed up these rooms, turn to 152. Well, yeah, I guess we only smashed up the bottle bank, which I guess is what this is. I suppose.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that the machine has stopped working, there are still a lot of jars with many Sonics right inside them. Sonic looks at them, wondering what to do. Roll the die and add the results to Sonic's quick wits. If the score is 6 or more, turn to 287. If the score is less than 6, turn to 2 to 4. Well, okay, we have a decent quick wits, so let's see. Yeah, that's it. Sonic realizes these jars must be smashed as well, otherwise the mini Sonics might hatch. They're running about in the jars. What do you mean hatch? I don't understand.
I think they meant crack. Maybe the thing is cracks. Maybe what they meant to say.
I guess the jar could hatch. The Sonic leaves it. Both he and Tails said about the jars, and soon all of them might smash on the floor. As soon as each jar is broken, the mini Sonic dissolves into a blobby blue mess. Well, that worked out, I guess. Remember, so guys, Sonic, you know, the evil Sonic robot, they're actually blob creatures, though. They're evil Sonic robots, but also blob creatures.
Wait, blob and our somewhat machinery. God, this is just the Sombot stuff from the comics.
All around them, the factory lies. Just because the rats said factory because they didn't know the word factory, now Sonic and Tails are calling this the factory. My God.
I read that as fact for free. I read that as fact for free.
It'll be a long time before any more Sonics come off the production line. But where is the first Sonic? Unfortunately, I don't have to wait long to find out. What have you done? Shouts Sonic. The evil hawk spins into view. Robotnik is gonna fry you for this. Sonic lands a few meters in front of Sonic. Shut up, Big Breath. You're all washed up. Sonic coils up, and Sonic steps back, ready to fight. Then Sonic does something unexpected. He runs away. You think you've won, but you haven't, he shouts. Cut on the hawk. It's a second or so before Sonic can get after him. And by then it's too late. Sonic has disappeared through a side door. Come on, Tails, after him, yells Sonic. Charging after Sonic. Oh, well, we have Doomsday Zone music. That means we might be getting to the end of the book.
Ooh.
If I know me some Sonic music cues. Sonic gets the first through the door, and he sees Sonic disappearing into the clouds. The door has brought our heroes to the start of the Sky Chase Zone. Oh wait, that technically is after Metropolis Zone. Sonic is riding a cloud skimmer. If there's another one on the platform. Will Sonic and Tails get into the cloud skimmer? Turn to 1 and 6 and 4. Or will Sonic rely on Tails and let him hover both of them after Sonic? Listen, I do know Tails could fly, but I don't know if he can race a fucking jet by just flying.
I succeed! You have to believe!
I trust Tails with his abilities.
We could get here without Tails, so I guess it is maybe? I don't know. I feel like we wouldn't catch up, though. What do you guys want to do?
Sure, gets into the clouds. I mean, he probably would be able to fly the ship, but I say fly the ship. So
but also, it could be like evil rigged ship or something, too.
I mean, so far has anything we've driven before been that, to be fair?
I guess not.
I mean, what's worst comes to shove, you lose ranks.
Any other votes?
No idea.
Jet or Tails, basically, is our options for flight.
The silence is deafening, truly.
Vote for hovering? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna hover, whatever. Come on, Tails, fly after him! Come on, Tails, fly after him, yells Sonic. Tails flies in the air, holding out a paw for Sonic to grab. Sonic is already just on the horizon. Our friends will have to move fast to catch him. Okay, we? At last, Sonic and Tails are up in the air and in hot pursuit of the evil Sonic. Despite his head start, our heroes are gaining on him by the second. How? Tails is as fast as a jet, apparently.
Yeah, fair. He keeps up with Sonic, to be fair.
Watch out for the acid clouds, shouts Sonic. Touch when we're finished. Yes, I do remember how Sky Chase Zone had a lot of acid clouds. I remember that, yes. Like that one, you mean? Tails points to a large acid cloud looming up in front of them. Yes, just like that one, warned Sonic. Should our friend swerve to the right or to the left?
32.
Left is 32, right is 192.
I vote right.
Let's vote for right, vote for left. 192, we're gonna go to the right. Let's do it. After a few seconds of blue skies, more clouds appear. It looks like that worked, I guess. This time they're not so big. There are lots of them. Our heroes can fly around them, but that would take too long. There's only one thing for it. We're gonna have to fly straight through that lot, yells Sonic. However, Sonic and Tails flying. If Sonic is flying the cloud skimmer, turn to 78. If Tails is flying the cloud skimmer, turn to 170. If Tails is hovering, turn to 151. I guess 51. So Tails twists and turns around the clouds, skillfully avoiding each one. He's such a natural flying that even Sonic is impressed. I bet if we were in the jet, we could have done that. So I guess it was good. We were maneuverable. It's like picking a motorcycle over a proper full sedan. Less power, more maneuverability. Once through the clouds, Sonic and Tails find themselves in a huge expanse of blue sky. Look, screams Tails, pointing. It's him! Sonic looks in the direction of his friend is indicating, and sure enough, there is Sonic and his cloud skimmer. At last, our heroes are within striking distance. Sonic looks over his shoulder and realizes how close his pursuers are. The fight is on! Will Sonic and Tails attack Sonic from above? Or will they attack him from below? He's in a jet.
I mean...
153.
153 on my end, too. But...
I'd say above is wiser, maybe.
There might be like missiles on the bottom or something, so that might be bad. Yeah, I'm thinking 153 as well. Okay, let's try it.
153, that's...
Plus, it's easier to jump attack. Like, remember that fight in frickin' Marble Garden Zone?
It is also...
It's much easier to attack.
It is also easy to, like, land on the ship and maybe do infiltration also.
That's true, too. Using the advantage of height, Sonic and Tails swoop down on Sonic's cloud skimmer, passing it with only centimeters to spare. Sonic pulls around his skimmer and flies straight at Sonic's. We're not in a skimmer, but okay. Looks like he's decided to fight it out. There's not much time to think. What will Sonic and Tails do? Use the Skydive if they have one. We don't. We have the energy gun. We could use the energy gun. Or we could just let's use... I think that...
Would the energy gun work?
I imagine. Oh yeah, by the way, this... For anybody just joining us, when this game starts, you literally... Sonic just literally starts with an energy gun. He just... You know, that's part of his normal kit, right?
He's Shadow in this one.
Last time we used energy gun, we weakened what we were fighting before, so it might be good to use it again. We have plenty of rings. Remember, we lose all our rings if we get hit, so we should kind of make use of them here and there.
Yeah.
Sonic aims the energy gun at Sonic. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, you don't have good restraint stats anyway, so yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, it was a waste. Sonic aims the energy gun at Sonic and fires, but Sonic is moving too quickly and the beam misses. There's no time for a second shot. Oh, that was a waste. Okay, I guess we'll just, like, start fighting. Oh wait, how are Sonic and Tails flying? We're hovering. Now it's time to fight. Sonic has a fighting score of 6, and Sonic needs 3 hits to disable his skimmer. Sonic may fight using any of his abilities you choose. Tails will help Sonic. That's good. Sonic and Tails wins turn to 136, and they lose turn to 190. Or turn to 90. Well, we're going to use our speed. And I think that means we're going to automatically hit, so that's good. But we're also having to deal with this, so 6 plus 1. Okay, fortunately he has to roll 6 to hit us, so. Uh-oh, he rolled 1. Dang. Two skimmers twist and turn this way and that, all over the sky. Eventually, Sonic tells Skimmer can't take anymore. Buckles under yet another of Sonic's flying kicks and spirals out of control towards the planet's surface. Sonic follows. I guess Tails spirals out of control in this situation. At the surface of the zone is barren and rocky and not very nice at all. At last, Sonic and Tails and Sonic stand facing each other. It's time for the final show. I guess it didn't really matter. We didn't lose rings. If Sonic... Oh, wait. If Sonic crash landed, he has a fighting score of 5. Otherwise, it is 7. Oh, okay, so he has a higher fighting score. Like Sonic, he has 3 lives, and therefore needs to be hit 3 times to be beaten. If Sonic crash landed, then he must subtract 1 from each of his rolls. Ah, damn. Sonic must have the gloves to fight Sonic. If Sonic hasn't been in the special zone yet, then he must go and get them if he has enough rings. Use his own chip for Sonic's stuff. Oh, damn it, now I wish I didn't waste the gun. I could have made Tails come back. Tails will help Sonic. Finally, if Sonic has a Chaos Emerald, he may add 2 to each of his dice scores. If Sonic Tails win, turn to 300. If Sonic beats them, the adventure hints here. Well, I don't have the gloves that I need to fight Sonic, apparently.
Wow.
Ah, yes! The special gloves!
Carefully, Sonic takes out the zone chip and looks at it. It'll cost 10 rings to use it himself or 20 if he wishes Tails to come with him. Once you decide whether you want the Tails to go or not, you must cross that number of rings off Sonic's stuff. You don't want Sonic to use the chip at all. So it's recommended the chip because I can't. But I can't bring Tails, sadly, so... I guess I gotta use the chip. That sucks because they actually, Okay, let's see here then. Make quiet tummy sound. Suddenly Sonic feels a little dizzy. Next thing he knows, he's standing in a square room. Everything shines with bright white lights. This isn't anywhere Sonic's been before. In fact, it doesn't even look like a normal zone. There are 4 doors, 1 in each wall. Above each door is a different picture. Well, I need the gloves! Give me the gloves! 252. This is where you get the energy bomb, too, apparently. This is the... I guess we should have done this at some point to get the gloves.
The gloves, the bomb, the Skynet, and the tweezers are all here!
Yeah, they all are here. All those items we saw uses for before. The door opens automatically to reveal a small room in the middle of the computer console. Curious, Sonic walks over to have a closer look. There's a message print on the screen. It says, press return to extra F1 to play. I guess.
Sure?
Sonic pushes the F1 key and the screen suddenly springs to life. 1 or 2 player game. If Sonic is alone, turn to 232. Okay. Sonic pushes the 1 player button and waits. Nothing happens for a moment or 2, and then the screen lights up. Wow, it's Mobius Fighter 2! Brilliant! Sonic loves this game. What? Roll the die and add the result to Sonic's quick wits. Okay. If the score is 6 or more, turn to 198. It is. If it's less than 6, then the unthinkable has happened and Sonic is lost. The unthinkable! Alright,
no,
we won,
not
though.
the unthinkable!
The game has been won. Suddenly, a door opens at the wall just above the computer, revealing a hidden safe. In the safe, there is a pair of gloves. Now these are Sonic stuffs. Okay. Suddenly, there's a funny kind of wobbly feeling, and Sonic, and Tails if he is there, find themselves back where the zone chip was first used. You should have written this down. If you haven't, let's hope you got a good memory. If you haven't got a good memory, your adventure ends here. Right, so I'm supposed to remember what page it was. It's not actually letting me choose a section. It doesn't remember for me. In this one instance, it's not remembering for me. I can go back to the beginning of the book, or I can return to that section. What page was it? Oh, god damn it!
I wasn't paying attention because I can't pay attention to that.
Well, hold on a second.
Know.
It's been so long.
214. Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Don't mind me.
Even in a children's book, well, children, a D&D equivalent, cheating is still possible.
So
as long as
214,
it's fixing an issue.
so 214, right? That's what I just said.
214.
214. So there. Okay, so I do have the gloves now, and the game seems to understand I have the gloves. Good. I wasn't sure how this worked exactly, and I think we have Tails here too, right? Yeah, we have Tails here. Good. So we didn't bring Tails with us, but we went back to Tails, so it's all good. This is very strange, but this is how the Gamebook works. So, yeah, let's use our speed, and okay, we're gonna automatically succeed at these. That's good. But he has to get 11. Oh, he has a 7, right? So he can roll a 5 or a 6 to hurt us. I think we're gonna be able. I think we're gonna be okay. Oof. It's okay. We got this. Okay, turn to 300. Okay, the evil Sonic has been defeated at last. As Sonic can tell, stare at him as he slowly dissolves in a nasty blue blob on the ground. With him gone, and the factory got his... Please stop calling it that.
Please!
The zones will return to normal. Well, I suppose that's that then, says Tails. Yep, I guess it is, replies Sonic. Any idea how we're gonna get back home? asks Tails. Nothing to it, says Sonic. And with that, he spins off into the distance. Hey, wait for me, cries Tails. And with that, our two pals disappear over the horizon. The end. Congratulations. Yeah, literally, this is how it ends.
Oh my god.
This is the most okay ending. Like, all right.
I mean, if there is such thing as multiple ending.
I only cheated once, and that's because I was literally stuck in a giant maze where I wanted to figure out what page to go to. It was very annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the end of the book. That's how you win. We did it. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, what happens if we like died though? And
I am curious.
Which apparently I can't do. I chose my worst stat. How about this? Actually, let's go back. There's a. I'm pretty sure there's a game over. Let me go back a little bit here. I just want to lose because I think if I recall correctly, this book's endings for like losing are quite something. They're quite something. No. I want to lose that. Take it.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to lose.
But what don't you want to lose?
0. I broke the game, by the way. It wants a 0 goal. Going back can break this. I'm not surprised.
GG!
Hold on, wait. Let me go back a whole bunch and just like fight it out. Damn it. Oh, this is a skimmer, actually. Let's see if I can lose this to the skimmer, or at least get hurt by it. Damn it, I can't get hurt by it! Granted, the score's not very high, but... Well, now I'm in a better... I'm just trying to lose. Hold on a minute. I just want to lose, man. Let's attack.
I just want to ruin Sonic's day. Why is it being so difficult for it?
It's like this game doesn't want us to have Sonic be dead.
I just want to die, man.
I feel ya.
Tragic.
Okay.
Even when, to be fair, if Sonic dies, then that means the game could become by default a bad game. If we're going by how many times Sonic has died in the series or fake death.
Wait, let me just turn to... Wait, if we lose, turn to 90. I'm going to turn to 90. Okay. 90. And then... I think the Eurovitcher hints... I could have sworn that there's like a... I guess it doesn't have a page it goes to. There are some actual game over pages in this book. I don't know where they all are, though. This is not one of them, actually. So, fair enough. I am actually looking for an ending that doesn't exist. But yeah, that's kind of the book. It has a very lame ending, but as you can see, it's kind of fun in a sort of hokey way. It's definitely got that 90s external media jank where nobody, like, oh, I gotta make a thing for this video game franchise? Okay, doesn't understand video game franchise whatsoever, but creates a thing anyways. Like, gets everything wrong. It's kind of hilarious, right? But yeah, that's one game book. Which, given this interface, I think the developer of this intends to make to add more of the books. That's actually the fourth of the Sonic game books. I don't remember exactly how many there are. Let me actually look that up. Let me find out. There was a total of 6, apparently. I will put them on screen for those curious. If you want to go check out that book or other books for yourself, I believe they're on archive.org and stuff. They're pretty easy to find PDFs of. But the other books, the first one was Metal City Mayhem. The second one was Zone Rangers. Then we have, of course, Sonic vs. Sonic. Then there was The Zone Zapper.
The Zone Zapper.
And then there was the Theme Park Panic.
I think the highlight.
I like how Sonic's like, wow, I'm going to run her over. Like, this doesn't seem to care that much.
If I kill her, she won't stalk me for years to come.
And then number 6 was Storm and Sonic.
I just like how Tails is like, Sonic, no! You're better than this!
I like how unfazed Sonic is over the fact that a laser beam was precisely shot just above his ear.
Not just a laser beam, a laser beam by Chaos.
And meanwhile, Tails is back here doing a "Hey, what you gotta do?" kind of pose, like, "Oh, you know, sometimes you get shot by laser. What you gotta do?" Like,
wait, I think that's Chaos.
Chaos.
Kind of look like more like a crab.
What do you mean by chaos exactly?
Weird
Chaos Zero
metal guy in the weird metal guy in like Sonic Adventure.
Yeah.
Oh! You mean the final boss? Yeah, Chaos. Right. Sorry, I was like, what?
He does have like a weird.
I didn't see it at all, so I was very confused. Also, let's take a look here at the credits. So, audio, images, text, copyright, Sega, blah blah blah. Streets of Rage. Yeah, they were using Streets of Rage music here and there too. I thought so. The book, Nigel Gross and John Sutherland, because it took 2 people to write that for some reason. I don't really understand why. Oddly enough, the credits do not list who made this, so let me quickly share the link to this if you guys want to check out for yourself. This feels like something that's going to get updated with more of the books, so kind of hyped for that. If they release in later stages, if this comes back with new books, I will cop back and we'll play another book next year. But this was made by The Power Player, and you can find the link to it over here if you're curious. Though actually, it might be more logical to go to the itch link, which I might actually follow. There's even source code. It's open source in case you want to use it to add other books and stuff yourself, I guess. Maybe even other series could be adapted to this. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun. Obviously, that was a bit long of an episode. That's what happens when you read an entire adventure book. I'm glad we got to the ending. More or less legitimately, too.
Had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Sonic Gamebook Origins. This is a really cool idea. I'm glad this exists. Honestly, not only is this just kind of cool and a really fun way of like playing these books, but also this is a really good media preservation as well when you think about it too. I'm quite fond of this as a whole. This is very much something I support. But yeah, Sonic Gamebook Origins. You guys have any last thoughts before we move on?
Ah, blah, blah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, blah blah. I agree.
Meal.
This is cool. Go check it out if you're interested. Obviously, it's free. Have fun with it.
Good night, everybody. Ah, fuck.